Good.
Let's do it.
Oh shit, everybody's here.
Everybody's hopping in. Everybody's hopping in. It is 10 on the dot. YouTube always takes a couple of moments here to actually load up and synchronize with us. But holy cow, you guys are sitting there anxiously waiting. I'm going to assume it's because you've all been watching the F is for Frankenstein show and you're just waiting for us to start talking about the F is for Frankenstein show because you all must be as excited as we are. Suki, my fucking goodness, man. I couldn't tell if you were kidding earlier today when you mentioned what happened to you or not. Gosh dang, ended up, I guess, breaking in the new e-scooter. Sounds like it took quite the little bail there. Bruised ribs, fractured fucking shoulder, dislocated shoulder. Hopefully,
That sucks, dude.
you know what I think always pisses me off the most when I hear about that shit, and this is actually like gross, but the more and more that I've been hanging out with you toy dudes, the more my brain goes to, fuck, that's gonna cost a lot.
You know what's crazy, man, is so I was out in South Lake Tahoe about a month ago, and you see these e-scooters everywhere, like everywhere. Now in South Lake Tahoe, there's one main like drags, with the most of the hotels and lodges and casinos and all that shit. But then you have these streets that kind of go back up in the mountains, just branching off of them. And even up in there, you see these e-scooters. I don't know how they work, man. I've never used one before. So I'm assuming that, I don't know if you pay and you have a certain amount of time or it's a certain amount of distance. Whatever it is, these people are just dumping these things fucking everywhere, bro. So yeah, you're driving around the forest and next thing you know, there's all these e-scooters. So I'm talking to this guy about it, like, dude, what's up with all these e-scooters? I've never seen these before. This dude said that his wife is a nurse, and she said the amount of injuries on those things is basically keeping the hospital in business right now. Just an insane amount of injuries on those things. I mean, you figure you get somebody on there who's never been on one, an old man, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, they're riding out in traffic. It's like,
it doesn't even have to be an old man. Admittedly, man. So Peter is like a huge tech guy. He loves anything computer related, right? Like even when I think I first moved down here, I was showing you guys, he made like a weird drawing machine. But for years, he's been obsessed with trying to get me on some kind of like an electrical longboard. And of course, now like they exist. But the thing is, like I saw a dude the other day that comes into the shop all the time, and he was ripping. Now we're in Toronto, we're off Bloor. It's a pretty fucking busy street. He just comes ripping on this thing. And I even was like, dude, you're like cruising. He's like, oh yeah, usually clocking 45.
wow.
On a longboard, dude. Just whipping through traffic. It's like, bro.
Dude, you wreck at 45, you're gonna feel that next day. That's for sure.
Well, and I've been guilty of being overconfident, man. You get a little hubris when you're on there. You've been doing this shit for 20 some years. I shattered my pistillus. I literally got an x-ray of my wrist. The doctor came in and said, you pulverized your pistillus, and then put on the x-ray where there was just like dust. So it's like, imagine going 45 fucking kilometers an hour. Yeah, kilometers, sorry, Canadian.
Yeah.
Different than miles.
Pulverized in bones is never a good combo. Dude, let's talk about this show though. I see people in the comments already chatting about it, dude.
Also, if anybody was watching the fucking IG live that happened, then you're on it too. Me, you, and Vomit were chatting about it. I mentioned the fact that I was fucking refreshing Lab Monk's page, trying to see how much that big old giant fucking Frank was going to be going for. You mentioned that they had dropped and
120
sold instantly. Yeah, 120 for anybody who's wondering. He made 3 of them. You mentioned that they had sold out instantly. I was like, I didn't even see them pop out of the fucking store. I'm on the live. He mentions that no, he accidentally. I'm thinking he's a cheeky fucker, and knew the last time they were gone before he'd even had a chance to bring them up. But yeah, he didn't drop until 7:30. So even as they were on the live, I dashed over there just to take a peek. I wanted to know because they were fucking behemoths, man.
Yes. My schedule this week has been upside down. So my timing coming back home today was all messed up. So of course 4 o'clock hits and I'm sitting in traffic, Bay Area traffic, trying to make it back home. So I got all these pages like an asshole in the car. And so what happened was I get on Lab Monkey 9's page and I see the guy with the candy chest. And at the time, that was the only piece that was on there and it was sold.
Yes.
Shit, that went quick. And I figured that. And then I got on the live and I got in the live right as he was saying that he was having some problems. So then I go, well, maybe he has more. I heard him say 3.
Yeah.
So I go back into his shop, and it's like there's other ones that were in there. I think he had 3 altogether, 3 different pieces altogether, correct?
3. I thought he had 3 Frankenstein. I didn't even see all 3. I literally, it was during the live. I wasn't going to be scooping one. I'll just put it up there. I wasn't going to be scooping one. So during the live, I basically escaped from the live for a quick second to see if they were up on the shop. I saw the one that he had posted on his story. I dashed away. We're going to be hopping into all those. Lorian, what is going on? Fletch, good seeing you, man. If you're not sticking around too long. Suki, I hope you're on some good drugs. Nim, always a pleasure to see you, man. A couple of you guys are dropping in. Missed you there.
For sure.
Dude, yeah, I want to go full tilt into that show. Do you want to talk really quickly about drops coming up and accounts before we hop directly into the show, or we're fucking hard and horny from that show? You just want to dive right on into it?
Yeah, man. I'll be honest, bro. I'd have to probably get in my phone real quick and see what pictures I saved as far as drops goes, because
dude, I'm stacked. I knew we weren't going to be going too hard anyways, but I've got tabs galore.
Nice. It seems like every time I was saving something, it was for the show tonight. But holy shit, dude. I mean, you talk about, obviously, right, we knew that there was going to be like some super incredible artists in there, but then you start kind of flipping through the pages, or just kind of scrolling down at 4 o'clock, whatever it was, 4 o'clock Pacific time, and it's just, I'm like, oh damn, that's sick. Oh damn, that's sick. Oh shit. Oh damn. And luckily, man, I'm glad that everything was selling out, or it seems like it was selling right away, pretty damn close to it.
Yo, nice to see some runs. A couple of homies are actually doing runs of shit too.
Absolutely, man. That's dope.
Florian, no shit.
Titty Bean, what's happening?
Oh, yo, the old titty.
Just gotta say, I was hyped to see all the show and everyone tonight, but that pre-funk with the show beforehand, it has me excited. Yeah. Yeah, dude, so many good pieces in there. If you guys still have pieces that are available, please drop them in the comments. I'm sure people would love to know what's still out there and available.
Yes.
But whatever you want to do, man. You want to dive right in? We got some business.
Let's dive right into it, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna pull Vomiting Droids in too. I know that he might not have had a chance to see it alive. He wants to probably fucking
get in here,
which is gonna be hilarious to bring up. Also, you motherfuckers, if we invite you in here, you are not allowed to start buying equipment that is superior to ours. Oh, Jesus. And again, with the fucking...
It's a Frankenstein mask, bro. I'm telling you, man. Why did I not... What a damn.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
No, all right, what's up, guys?
How
are you guys doing tonight?
Vomit, dude. Also, you always have the sickest frames, my dude. Fucking, what? This explains then the Frankendroids. Is that what it was? I read it up there earlier in a quick flash.
Oh shit! I forgot this. Hold on.
Frankendroids.
Okay.
Perfect, man.
Okay.
Why do those look like spicy Cheetos?
So boys, how you boys doing? How you doing? Yo, give me a big kiss. What's up, boys?
Yo, so that's secretly why Lab Monkey #9 you weren't able to see any of the show tonight. I bet he does actually have you blocked because of weird, creepy shit like that.
Oh man, yeah. What a weird find. For anyone watching, for some reason, Lab Monkey #9, who I like a lot, has me blocked. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever interacted with the guy before. I've looked at his pieces and they're amazing. Maybe he doesn't like mine. I don't know, but it is what it is. And hopefully maybe he'll unblock me someday. I don't know.
What'd you do, man?
Yeah, maybe I liked too many. I don't know. I'm kind of I attempt to be a real jerk in life. So maybe I just, too many hugs. I don't know.
Don't be doing that, man.
Honestly, he's Canadian, so he's got to come around, right? Like he owes it to the Canadian people to not do this. We have a reputation to uphold.
No, I mean, maybe I posted too many times or something, whatever. I hold no grudge against him. I just hope he would unblock me. I could still see it through my comic book account, so it doesn't really matter. It just means he can't see my stuff. It's not like he's a private account, so.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like that shit. There was a couple times tonight when I was pulling up pictures of this, and I was like, "Ha, you don't have Toys Alive blocked. I'll pull up your piece anyways, and we will talk about it. That'll be nice, and then you can just deal with the fact."
That's right.
Oh well, it is what it is. So, did you end up getting a chance to watch some of the live then, Vomit?
No, I missed all the live. I was able to flip through pretty much all the pieces except Lab Monkey number 9s. But everything looks pretty awesome. I'm pretty psyched to take a deeper dive into these.
I think I knew it in advance, but it's a little embarrassing that both Lab Monkey number 9 and I both have mohawks. Is that just like a weird Torontonian thing? We just get really fucking old. We hold on to the last little patch of hair we have left. I don't get it, man. Yeah, deep dive. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but even like right before the show, I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, well, Frankenstein is the doctor. He's not the monster. So like you guys were all playing Frankenstein here. So I was almost kind of expecting that we were just going to get bombarded with a bunch of crazy ass monsters, which we kind of were. But I was almost like, because actually what triggered it was I saw Rainbow Yawn's piece. Oh, hey, speaking of Rainbow Yawn, I saw Rainbow Yawn's piece actually, and it was like a frog, basically monster, and I was like, Frankenstein monsters. Oh shit, we're going hams tonight.
Boom, Frankenstein frogs in the shop, 55 a piece, 10 available. If you want some original sculpt work, go get it. There it is.
I'm just kind of curious. Do you guys have like a relationship with Frankenstein? Like, is he something you grew up with, or is it just like, because I feel like for me, I was a Dracula kid growing up. Frankenstein didn't hit until really the toy community, and I kind of fell more in love with him through like, I picked up a Burger King Frank at one point, and seeing what other people do is really what made me like him more. It wasn't something I ever liked as a kid. So it's really the people in the community making cool shit that really opened me up to what a cool thing he is. And the Bride of Frankenstein is super cute. I would date her. That's all.
I really do like, man, I would say I'm probably in that same boat as you. Growing up as a kid, wasn't really like a Frankenstein fan that I can remember. I didn't dislike him, but it wasn't something that, pieces that I went and sought out. Hella Radical did some Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein pieces a while back that I got a matching set of that looks super sick. But yeah, man, lots of different versions of Frankenstein, the Burger King one, Remco. I mean, all the different ones out there, stuff that I didn't even know was available. And then you see people kind of putting their own spin on everything. So that's cool. I mean, I love it now. It's not something, like I said, that I grew up with or was like crazy about, but dope. I mean, everything out there tonight was dope. Everything that I saw was dope.
I'm going to get show Titty, actually. Titty's going to be responsible for me giving any fucks about Frankenstein. I'm not a big spook person, man. Like, honestly, as weird as it is, life is pretty fucking dark and like shitty as it is. And admittedly, like weird spirits, ghosts, all that kind of stuff actually do kind of spook me out a little bit too much. So like, I don't really touch creepy horror stuff all that often. But I am oddly obsessed with monsters that are trying to be good. So there's something about the Frankenstalker and this idea of it's like Frankenstein, but he's kind of more like your typical like galactic hero-esque type character. I think that actually kind of made me give any fucks about Frankenstein at all.
I do like that aspect that you just talked about, where they the flower in Frankenstein's pocket. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like that. That's dope. I do like that angle on it. By the way, Rainbow Yawn's blocking everyone. So
yes, I'm just gonna collect them. Everybody block me. Let's do it.
It's about time he does anyways, I mean, he's got enough followers. What is he even doing in this chat? He's not even in the woods anymore. No excuses. He's not off in fucking farmland.
Hey, let's talk about this real quick though, man. When we were on the live earlier on Lab Monkey 9, they were talking about Rainbow Yawn's pieces and how some of them are popping up on eBay. And I don't know if that's correct, man. I think Rainbow Yawn's pieces, I mean, usually when he sells the majority of them, they go up for auction on.
Check who the seller is too. Yeah, check.
Yeah.
Check who's selling the. Because if it's Rainbow Yarn selling it or Uncle Matty selling it, like, well, congrats.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how some of those sales go. It's just auction style on eBay, and they go for outrageous amounts, man. So when you look at it, and you're like, holy shit, that thing went for $500, $600, $700. That's legit, man. That's what it got up to in the auction. I haven't seen anybody try to sell one on the secondary market like that. If they did, I'm sure it would not be cheap. But if you are selling one, like, number one, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Not to make, I hope this doesn't make Rainbow Yarn feel uncomfortable. I hope he just starts rubbing his nipples at it. But is anybody as bold as him with their pricing? Like, because he is maybe like one of the only toy makers I can think of that is art, like 400, 500 prices for some of these pieces. And I'm not shitting on that. But there are some other makers out here that have been in the game for a long ass time that, like, they don't attempt to do that. And he sells them. They sell at that price.
That's what I was gonna say, man, is that they sell out every time, right?
I'm not shitting on it.
Yeah,
but it is just kind of like, oh shoot, like that's art, like those are art prices.
It's and that's kind of what we were talking about. Like, in sometimes when it's a one-off or a two-off or a three-off, and it's like what it's worth. You always know what it's, what you bought it for, but what is it worth? I don't know. Would you pay for it? What would somebody else pay for it? And that kind of, I guess sets the market for that type of thing. But
the auctions are a good indicator, in my opinion. When he does one of those auctions and literally, like, you watch that thing with no poke of his own, just fucking skyrocket in price, that's a pretty good indicator, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rainbow Yarn. I hope you're not too uncomfortable there, homie.
But you're right, dude. It's art. It's art. And shit, dude. I was looking at some vinyl work today from another account called Sauce Drops. It's a guy that's out here in Sacramento. And the prices on that stuff are just stupid, dude. $500, $600, $700. And people pay it all the time, so when you, in comparison, is it out of line? I'd say it's at the higher end for sure. But it's like you said, bro, it is art. It is rare art.
Well, and I'll always stand by. What I'm able to spend is sure as fuck not what a piece is worth. Right, a piece can be worth any amount under the sun, so definitely never crapping on that.
And it's so random. I mean, what do I think the piece is worth? What does the person buying it think it's worth? Yeah. I mean, it's such a weird. It's a game. I mean, it's a game with ourselves. It's a game between us and the people buying it. It's a game with the buyers and themselves trying to decide, is this worth it or is this? I mean, I'll see a piece that I'm like, oh, $40. I'd love that, but $40 is a little high. And then 2 minutes later, I'm dropping $40 on 4 different zines or comic books because, and I could have used that $40, but it's just, mental gymnastics about cost.
It is, man. And it's, and then you have the other side of it where, maybe a piece speaks to the other person way more than it speaks to you. So they based on, man, I really love this piece and I have a connection with it, and it would cost a lot to get rid of it. And then the person they're trying to sell it to is like, well, I don't know, I like it. I don't think I like it, X amount of dollars worth, but I do like it. And Rainbow Yarn, he said, who said that? I think what you're referring to, man, is on the live earlier on when it was Lab 9 and Tone Twisted Tiger, they were talking about some of your pieces on eBay. And then they kind of got into the secondary market and talking about how much people are reselling those for. And I'm thinking that I'll be looking at your page and just seeing how much they're going for and thinking that people are trying to resell those and jack those up. I don't think that's what's happening, but.
Death and Strawberries, I'm not touching that one on here, the 10-foot pole. You and I can duke that one out in the DMs. Fletch, homie.
Yeah,
dude, that's kind of what I'm saying. I hope that nobody misinterpreted what I was trying to say there. I'm just saying Uncle Matty's got big old fucking ginormous testicles, and he pumps the art out to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to judge anybody on what they set their price, high, low. It's their price to set. And also whether or not I'm going to buy it is my thing too. I won't judge anybody for the price they set.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Scareglow 5000 or some of these other pieces that he had. It's like, honestly, bro, I feel like I'm getting a bargain on some of those things because they're just fucking, they're insane. High-end stuff, really, really good. You know, the good thing, shit, dude, we saw a piece by who had that piece last week from Rainbow Yawn. That was cheap, dude. That was a great little piece. The Chattering Teeth. What was that? Like that one was cheap. What was that? Death and Strawberries that had that, or somebody had that. But yeah, man, that was I mean, it's kind of all over the board. I mean, go in that little the little quarter machine that he has, those little tiny minifigs, those are sick. Super affordable on those. Really cool work.
And Rainbow Yawn, I was just flicking the tip of your dick, dog. I'm not trying to cause shit. Okay, let's hop into some Frankenstein pieces.
Hey, just real quick, just to bring up what Rainbow Yawn said, he said some of those auctions went for a lot, about 500 pounds. And at the time, 500, I mean, dollar, from what I was looking at, the dollar and the pound were fucking not even close. And so it was turning out to be like a shitload of money. Anyways, let's take a look at this.
Look at all those IG tabs up there.
Look at all those IG tabs. I did want to. I wanted to start on the Lab Monkey 9 page because let's be honest, man. Like that's a show. He threw on a show, dude. All online, curated. It's crazy to me that Making a Mutant team that's on here, we'll end up seeing their pieces. I don't know if you guys noticed, if you were going through, there was a bunch of artists that unfortunately we wouldn't have had a chance to see their pieces because they were part of the Making a Mutant. So it was hard to find necessarily if they were part of the show or not, but let's go through. So this, I actually literally just pulled up the exact order of the tabs. I didn't want to go sifting through the hashtag. I apologize, everybody.
That's dope.
While making art, so the colors things a certain way. What's your process for temp crumbs? Oh, yo, dude, honestly, for like a second, I heard a little hum, but I'm cruising. Yeah, so 3D Chaz, I don't know about you guys, I've never heard about this artist before. This piece is trippy to me. I don't know if it's actually printed out in solid form right now on a desk, if that is like a rendering, a digital rendering. Rainbow Yawn, you've got a lot of affordable shit, dude, and don't sweat it. I know, like, just rub your nipples. Like, that's all I want from you right now. I just want you to be happy that you're making art and people like it. But yeah, have you guys ever seen this 3D Chaz? You guys familiar with this artist? Anybody?
No.
I'm not.
Some of this crazy shit. I don't know what the heck he's doing. He reminds me of Splurt.
That does, yeah, right there, the one on the right. Yeah. God, that's weird.
Vomiting. I'm surprised you're not familiar with this guy.
Is this the guy from Total Recall? Kawato? Is that Kawato's face? I can't tell. It's not, but it looks like Kawato.
That's on a skateboard deck.
Oh shit, that is a skateboard deck. That's
wow, that's a trip.
Oh my god. You threw the trucks in his forehead.
Damn.
I was picturing
cool.
any kind of board sliding.
These are some weirdly beautiful pieces.
Dude, yeah. So is that a tangible piece right there?
I want to say
is
this
that
is
a real
physical
thing?
I want to say this is a physical thing.
That looks real.
Yeah,
that's dope.
This looks physical and real to me.
Yeah.
That's dope. Dude, those glasses.
Yeah.
Well, if you go to his shop, he's got a bunch of those faces on things.
Oh, whoa. Oh, hello.
Dude, $29?
Hello,
dude, he sold out of almost everything. I was creeping. Like, if anything, today was like autistic heaven, man. I just had the fucking live playing in the background. I was just cruising through IG, checking out all these different artists' whack fucking art. Yeah, you know what? I'll copy and paste it in the chat there, boys. Sorry about that, everybody. So this is 3D Chaz. Whack art. This was his submission for the F is for Frankenstein.
That's dope.
And again, I don't know if that's printed out or what, but artist seems dope. So I would check them out if you guys aren't following them already. Oh yeah. 8-Bite Mike Toyz. So if anyone's not familiar, I know he's popped up a couple times in conversation this last little bit. 8-Bite Mike Toyz is actually formerly from Canada, is now, I believe, oh dang, what's the one at the M near the border there? Minnesota? I don't know. He's in the States now. somewhere in the States now. But this was his F is for Frankenstein submission. Vomit, his humor reminds me of yours, man. Did you ever end up grabbing one of those bags of shit that he made?
No, and I've always loved he's the one who does the blocks, right? In that picture where he's pouring and pouring. I love those.
Yeah.
They're just fun.
Yes.
Also, that's his new account. He got locked out of his other account. I don't know how long.
Exactly.
So, follow that account if you see that.
So I just dropped that 8-bit mic one there.
Yeah, the O in Toyz is now a 0 instead of an O.
Instead of the regular. Yeah, his old page would have been boom, boom, boom. I ended up going to this one a couple times today. I like this guy, man. He's just very nice. And his work is cool to me. Like, this is, I guess, a better picture of some of those blocks that he makes.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
I know Toxic Fumes Toys has a whole bunch of his work right now. Specifically, I think this guy here is actually at Toxic Fumes Toys right now. That guy there is at Toxic Fumes Toys right now.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, Toxic sent me a picture of some stuff that he has currently of 8-bit mics. So I know that he actually, I meant to mention it to you, B to the J, you might want to hit him up. I believe he's got a Skeletor coming out of a block similar to this style here.
Ooh.
And I know how much you like Skeletor.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh, nice.
Dude, those must be large pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess why I say he reminds me of Vomit is like he typically doesn't sell. Like he's just creating. He's just fucking around.
Yeah, but I mean, look how big that is, bro. That's an Origin.
It's huge.
That's a 5.5 Origins figure sitting in a tray of resin.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's like a baking sheet.
I mean,
that's insane.
In my head, I kept thinking that he's doing, that these are just overpours from a pour he did. But look how big that is. Like, how much overpour do you have for that? That looks purposeful.
Yeah.
He's creating. He's experimenting. He's having fun.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, man. Same.
That is sick, dude. Can you imagine if you had a hanger on that and you just hung that on the wall and you got like a piece coming out of a block of resin on the wall, dude? That is sick.
You'd almost need those spring-loaded ones that people used to have on special dishes and shit that hang on the walls.
Yeah, Manly Stuberg, what's happening?
Dude, you're right. Massive drops today. Everybody, congratulations, by the way. Like, we haven't really said that. We've been bonering out about all the fucking work that we saw, but no, like, massive congratulations, guys. Like, you guys fucking popped some shit out. I don't know how long you guys had, but it seemed like this was rather impromptu, and everybody nailed it.
And one thing that came up on the live the other day that we did yesterday was just the amount of work that's coming out in general, man. I mean, even people like, dude, I saw Broke One posted like a run of stuff today. When's the last time he posted something that was for sale, dude? It was a while ago. So there's just all kinds of stuff coming up. And bro, like, I know there's a deadline for these shows, right? With that many artists and for that many people to hit the deadline. Like you said, dude, congrats, man. That's a feat in its own right there.
I mean, imagine you kind of got to wonder what number of people just didn't meet the deadline. Like how many other artists were invited and just couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Can we see more of this guy's stuff? I like this.
Acid Ma, yeah. Now Acid Ma did some artwork on somebody's card, correct? They did some card art recently, I believe. I remember tagging them in a post. I can't remember who it was. Oh, you know what, bro? Just looking at it, I believe Ophelia Toys. That 3 sticker set that I got, I believe Acid Ma was the artist. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I like these oozy, gooey creatures happening.
Yeah, those are dope, man. God, 18,000 followers. Holy smokes.
But that's what Manly Stuberg was kind of saying. Like, there were some vets in this shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Toy Project.
Yeah. Rope One's cards are sick. I agree, dude. Bro, that's definitely him. Because that
card art for some Been Busy Derplies.
Oh, nice. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
It was only 120 weeks ago. I just barely missed it.
It's interesting to sometimes see where like these guys This is cool. I'm glad. So anybody else who does graphic work like this, in my opinion, you should have one of these things going, man. The idea of being able to go through and see all the graphic work they've done into the toy world. Suki, man, trying to have a good night, dude. Rest. Brutal.
No more scooters, dude.
Damn, they've done a lot of work with the toy world.
Yeah,
Look at all these.
style.
That's dope.
Reminds me of By Gabozita,
Mm-hmm.
but really cool shit. But this is what I loved about this show too, is like everyone is included, man. I wonder if they're gonna be making stickers for that or prints for that, or hard to say. I can't remember if I dropped the acid mask. Sorry guys, I'm gonna drop it again. Oh, I did. No, I didn't. There you go. Get it there. F is for Frankenstein making a mutant. So this was all.trez.de, and I don't know if this is a situation where this was like pieces they did separately, or if this was for their piece, because they have a couple of different things here. And I was trying to pick up on that in the live. I think they were a little bit confused as well of like Doc Vic Frankenstein as Little Booty and Electric Staff.
That's cool.
This is where it gets a little tough though sometimes with the drop the acid again. Acid, bro. It's been a long time since I've done acid, homie.
Look at that fucking weapon.
Slug Toys is killing it with little illustrations right now. Yeah, Death and Strawberries. I noticed that Slug Toys did your recent IG piece.
That's dope, man. The strawberry with the like skeleton face, like very cool. Looks that's clean, man. I like that. Yuckamuck too. Yuckamuck got a logo from him, and that's pretty wild too, dude. Like, what is a Yuckamuck? Well, I don't know. But the logo's dope.
I'm a big fan of these guys, man. Admittedly, I was fortunate enough to see these in person recently. Not this specific one, but Angry Beast has a couple in a shop near me. Bigger than I expected, which I think we all end up saying, and just like way more glittery than I expected, man. There's a lot of like metal dust or whatever you want to call it. Like even in here, there's a lot of sparkle to it that you don't pick up on necessarily.
Freaking hair is amazing.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I keep forgetting about the fact that he fucking put that hair on there.
It's such a beautiful part. Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah, Toxic Fumes Toys called that out, and it's been sticking out in my brain now too. Like, I don't know if that's some kind of felt. He often does work with material. If you've looked at some of his other drops, he'll put like capes, vests, crop tops. He seems to often use a lot of materials, but I don't know if that has been like, that's a piece of felt, right?
I mean that's what it looks like. But I mean, it fits him so perfectly. Did he like hand felt it? Like, isn't there a process where you can do your own hand felting?
Well, I thought there was even a thing where you like it. I can't think of the word for it right now. It's not flocked, right?
It doesn't. I mean, that looks like one.
That's
like
felt.
That's like a whole piece. That's.
You know what? I bet you by cutting the triangles in the bangs, it allowed that rounded fit. I don't know, but it's hilarious and it's amazing.
And just the hairline itself is such a great, like, just the way it's cut. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Even that little detail is actually really clean. And that's what I mean by all the sparkle too. What is all this fucking metal flake shit? He also calls it Raising the Dead. And every time I see it, I can't help but wonder, like, is that because these are the feet and hands of a fucking California raisin?
That is 100% a California raisin. Dude.
Absolutely, dude. And not until you said the dead, I'm looking at like just kind of like the posture and the way those limbs are. Hell yes, that's what that is. That's funny, dude.
Yeah,
I'm trying to picture in what scenario he happened to have a California raisin and a Scully sitting on his desk and just went, these are basically the same size. Holy
That's funny, man.
yeah. Good old Angry Beast. He's another one that really good, man. He does the scraps shows.
Yeah, he's part of that was it Able 9 magnetic protocol.
Yes.
Where
Toy
they
Ronto as well. Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
glows in the dark as well. I almost forgot
that's
that
sick.
part. For all the
Mhm.
glow homies, yeah, this thing fucking radiates. All right, what else we got here? These sold out so fast.
Yeah. Which is stuff usually does, man. I walked right by some stuff at Decon last year, and of course I've never seen it since, but those are dope, man.
They remind me of those food fighters.
Yeah. I got that same look in the face.
And just on the side, just beautiful presentation of the piece too. Like something like Titty was talking about his photography earlier today or yesterday for his pieces. Like I just love that background. I love that lighting behind it. Just good presentation. Everything like I do is like, here's a piece in my hand. Look at my dirty hand and the piece on it. Sorry, you all have to see my hand 5 million times.
Man.
But this is what's kind of cool about vinyl sometimes is like this guy will be able to pump out lots of cool shit like this for a while. Here's some Super Mario ones. Like, I don't know. Is this? Oh, there we go. Here he is as Freddy.
That Star Wars line that he does, sometimes pop up as the whole set right there. Sometimes you can get that whole set as one or try to buy them individually, which is not the easiest thing to do. I do have that skeleton piece though, right there on the left.
Yeah, you've got one that Donner Don't Care painted up fucking beautifully.
Yeah, that one that Donner Don't Care painted, which is probably one of the hands down sickest things I own.
But this is a really cool endeavor that they took on. They're pricey in my opinion, but not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're on my to buy list. I really want one of those. I've had my eye on them.
But they're a bunch of hand.
Did he have some at Earth to Kentucky? Was he selling them through there too? Maybe not. I don't know.
He might have scored a couple of them. I don't know if he scored an entire set of them. That'd be a lot to sit on. There's what, 12 there? I think Simeon Cheese has a couple from this set too. I creeped you guys. I'm trying to see who grabs what.
Yeah. Those are
also, are these penises? I keep just dripping right past it, but that is a dickhead.
Evil Barf Vonnie.
But it looks like a dickhead.
It's a dick.
And I mean, let's face it, like if it's supposed to look like Vader, like isn't Vader kind of like the biggest dickhead in the galaxy?
This is truth.
Okay.
There you go.
Toys. Bastards in the Multiverse. This is a toy. This reminded me of something we'd see on the fucking shelves in the 90s. Like, am I right? Like,
yeah. That's sick, dude. Those old school, those vintage WWF figures are some of my favorite. Damn, those are cool. Man, those are clean, dude.
I was just gonna say, like, how did they make so fucking many of these so fast and so good?
Do you think the belts are removable, or it's a one-time you put it on and it's there forever? Because it's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Good question. But they are print, not to shit on it, but that would explain maybe a little bit some of the time. But these are dope as hell, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
Ooh, what the heck?
So I'm assuming it's a flexi plastic or something. It doesn't quite meet it in the whatchamacallit, but damn, dude.
Hey, so my question though is, how did you get one? Right?
Oh.
Huh. Those are great, man.
I would reach out if it's something that intrigues you.
Yeah. Look at the ring too. Put some.
Well,
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
even see that. That's nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, no, they did a great job on this, man. And how, like, again, like, how many are there? Two, at least four figures. And there's the Making
Yeah.
a Mutant piece that we'll see a little bit later on too. Fuck yeah, cool. Toys are at an interesting point right now, man. So I'm sure you guys saw this guy here, Cave Dweller Toys too. This guy was we were looking at some of his Tromer figures last week. Boom.
Yeah. Which is cool because I just saw it on the page there real quick, but I remember seeing it maybe a week or two ago too. There was a Dracula, and I think there was another one, some 5.5 work that came up for sale from him.
And at least he answers the question and says, not currently for sale. So you don't have to wonder.
Very helpful. I'll cross it off my list.
Titty Bean was saying that last one there. My goodness, let me pop it open. The Barely Human. Nope. Oh shoot. Did I forget to copy and paste the last one? I totally did. So now it's a mystery to us all unless you go back and watch the YouTube. Titty was saying just comment claim if you want one. That's his theory.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the old Fletcher trick. I've seen him yell out claims on Instagram lives and all kinds of stuff, and sometimes it works. I would probably say the majority of the times it works, but also Fletcher also said Barely Human has a good episode of Toys on Taps with Barely Human. I agree. There you go, right there. Oh, that's what Cave Dweller had. That Toxie, that 5.5 Toxie. That was a 101 for a minute at a show, and then he pumped out like 3 more.
He killed them.
Those are sick.
I'll admit, I always feel weird when I say it, but he's come a long ways this past little bit, man. His toys, some of these they just got incrementally better very fast. They look great.
Cadaver, what's happening? Trauma, he says.
Oh, this one. I love this one. I was staring. I want to bring this one into my home. I want to put it on my bed. I want to pull the blankets up over us. I want to cuddle with it. I want to say, I love you. I love you so much. I don't know why I love this one so much, but
that card art is so sick, dude. Another one. How do we buy it?
I want to touch this card art for some reason.
When I first started
felty.
And when I first started looking at this, I mean, it looked 3D printed, but I think it's not, right? Like it's just flat. But there was nice, like the pink look. I don't know. I was having a hallucination because I was in love. But
no, I'm with you. It looks almost like one of those felted fucking like things you get as a kid and marker in. Like it looks very like popped out.
Yeah, the shading on those letters is just so good.
And
God dang.
Their work is really cool, man. They kind of came out of nowhere, I feel. And their work has just been really cool. We first started talking about them when they did this drop. They did this insane, colorful drop, and we were just fucking losing our shit.
Super sick, man. I think some of that work may still be for sale in E2K. The Misfit Skeletor is mine, and that's where I got that. I got that out of E2K. But this one here,
they killed it,
dude. So the horde symbol on Frankenstein's chest there, that got me a little confused. I'm not sure where that came from.
Did Super 7 ever do a
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it's from, dude. It might be like a Grizzlor or...
Well, because isn't she wearing the Eternia garbs?
Correct.
So it's got to be like the Remco or something.
Dope,
oh, shoot. Yeah, Nim does have some Halloween drops. I'll make sure to check that out later on. I'm going to... yeah, thanks, dude. I'm going to write that on a tab right now for myself. because he's got a bunch of Halloween shit that he's in the making of right now. I've got a list of some Halloween drops for later on tonight that we're gonna touch on. But good catch, Fletch.
Colin in the house, Ella in the house. What's up, friends?
Fellow Canadian homie. So this is where I actually get kind of stoked on where 3D printing is at, man. The idea that somebody's able to design this and print this out and have, I don't know, how fucking big is this son of a bitch? 5 points of magnetic articulation, 6 inches tall. He does say he's gonna mold and cast this too.
Oh wow. And that's a smaller account, yeah? Yeah. Dope, man. It's another artist that I see popping up all the time, and that's sick, dude. You know, honestly, I didn't really read the description earlier. Well, when I saw, oh, that's dope. When
I like those little ones a lot.
Yeah, man, that's dope.
Is that a bee? Is there a bee in there?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Something. Oh yeah, man. Death and Strawberries. Good call, bro. Trash Joy. Trash Joy with I stumbled across that one, dude. That guy released a bunch of stuff today. Just in the last couple hours. If you want some really cool Trash Joy shit, go check it out. That's dope, man. Those are cool. I like those. How big are those? Does it say? Heads are 25 Canadian or 20 US. $20. Crumbs, you're muted, brother.
I think they're relatively pretty big, man. I think they're like paperweights, you know?
Yeah. That's dope, man. I like that.
It's nice to see like his first one. Like it's kind of neat to see that like last year he had those Frank heads and they happened to kind of line up with this drop this year.
Jimmy Folklore, Super 7. I think he'd be referring to Dark Rainbow. Agreed, man. I think that looked very familiar. I have a lot of those figures.
Nice. Can we all just have a moment to cry about the fact that Ahimo Adventures might be one of like the greatest toy makers of our generation?
Look at that, dude. That's crazy, man.
I want to shake it and look at the eyes move. That's at least my hope, is that the eyes are like actual googly eyes.
Yeah, right.
I think they gotta be. Look at those fuckers. They fit perfectly on the goggle side. And look at that gun, dude.
A collab with Turbo Pork. I have never heard of Turbo Pork. Dude, look at that thing. The chicken, is that on a piece of bread?
Yeah, there's an overwhelming amount of like beautiful small details. I mean, that
he has Michelangelo's hand.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Oh, is that a turtle in there? No, that's the fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Dope as hell, though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like the light bulbs.
Dude, that looks like something straight up.
I thought it was a Little Mermaid one. Thank you, Skilled One. Good catch, dude. Looks like one of that evil girl's fucking minions.
Ursula.
Thank you.
And I wish he had a little closer one. There's the other foot, the red foot. Looks like it looked pretty cool too.
I'm wondering if Turbo Pork did the backer for it. Because they look like an illustrator. But if this was 3D sculpted, then it's hard to say, man.
Those two turtle heads right there on the right, dude, those are sick. Look at those pores on. I don't know if those are glowing or if that's just.
Those will be for this, probably.
Yeah.
Have you really checked out Ahimo's page? He's insane, man.
Yeah.
Like one of the first ones that I'll always probably like shoot myself in the foot for not grabbing this set.
That's sick.
Wow. Was that a Care Bear dude with brass knuckles on his stomach? That was sick.
Yep. I think this. Yeah.
Wow.
Mwah.
Yeah, right. That's awesome, man.
And he always seems like one step ahead of the game.
And he's
Like,
touching, it's just touching on so much good pop
Ooh.
culture too. Like, look at this. Look at this. What is that? Carnage. And I think you scroll past a RoboCop. Like, there's the Alien, the Exmor. Yeah, there's just wonderful use.
what is even this?
Damn. What is even this?
But this is kind of what I mean by he's always ahead of the game. It'll literally be like he drops this shit and you're like, oh yeah, that's neat. You've got some street sharks coming out. And then all of a sudden he'll show you a picture and you're like, okay, neat little doodle. And he'll be like, yeah, so I've been doing this doodle. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute, this doodle got serious real quick. And then all of a sudden it's just like, hey guys, check this shit out. Oh, hey guys, check this shit out. And you're just like, dude. Always a Hemo. So if anybody's not familiar, go check out a Hemo. His fucking F is for Frankenstein piece is insane.
I don't care, Bear is what he called it. That's funny.
I probably already pasted it, but I want to make sure after I missed that last one. Eric Clement Art, another Canadian homie.
I screenshot this one. I really love like the sculpting on this one. It's like, look at those muscle, like just the tendon muscles and the face, the textures on those pants, the fraying at the bottom.
Dude, the look on his face too, man, with the eyes kind of looking off to the side there. Yeah. Damn, that's great. Yeah.
I feel like Eric Clement always has a really good use of movement lines. Like he reminds me of some kind of like graphic novel artist that is just doing like heavy ink lines and shit, you know? Always like trying to carry weight and like motion through just like heavy use of line work.
I mean, if you stare at this for just a couple seconds and imagine it's a piece of art, you can see the comic book page in front of you of like the lines that you're talking about, Crumbs. Like it's right there. It's amazing.
I like his description there. He is a mixed leaky flesh bag.
Well, and he actually has 2 pages as well. So he's also got the Eric Clement makes toys.
That's the one I've seen.
So again, back like his work almost always reminds me of something you'd see like in a comic book. He's good, man. Ooh. I don't think I've even seen these in a bajillion years.
What was that one with the drippy face, dude?
Oh, this is a classic, man.
What is that? That's dope. God damn.
That and this.
2021. Yeah.
I think these were probably the 2 first pieces that I first saw for this guy.
Yeah, real strong comic vibes. Amazing. Beautiful work.
And such clean paint apps. Like, what the fuck? That was like a Ren and Stimpy fucking still. Insane, really good, man. Anyways, I'll make sure to copy and paste that in there for you guys as well. Yo, Kajiki, what is going on? I heard them battling with it. I should have retained it, man. I heard them battling with it on the live earlier, and yet I heard you correct them, and my brain retained nothing.
Kajiki, man, welcome in, man. Dope piece from him today. Now she was on the live as well.
Oh my God!
Stop. That's cool.
So good. And this piece stood out to me too when I was flipping through, just because it's so. I mean, it's a freaking puppet. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, she was talking about the different kinds of material they were using to make all that. God, dude, what a great looking piece.
This was her first time doing something like a toy. Am I correct?
Yes, I believe so. Man.
I would sleep with this one. I would put this one in bed next to me too. I would cuddle.
That little stop motion at the beginning too, man. That thing was so cool. Yeah.
She refers to it as a flexible doll with custom hand-sewn clothes. So I don't know if it's jointed in multiple places or if it's like wires internally with like a rubber outside.
Yeah, I mean, look at that arm move.
It's so marionette-like.
Mm-hmm.
And just staying in the theme of comic books, admittedly, it kind of reminds me of something that like Dave McKean would do. You'd see like a Neil Gaiman, Dave McKean fucking comic with something like that in there.
Mr. Punch and Victor Frankenstein.
Oh man, that's kind of exactly it, right? Like mixed media, photographs of that put onto panels that have been heavy acrylic or oiled. Anyways.
Oh,
Now,
and in the room too.
Mhm.
Welcome. Great piece. Killer piece.
Really mad I didn't get one of these. Really mad. Really happy with this one. Mad I didn't get it.
Fiend.
Okay, wait a second, because we get this wrong every freaking time.
Feigned.
Feigned rhymes with reigned, so feigned base.
Feigned. No base. Feigned.
But this is another one where, admittedly, I'm not even a backer guy, but I feel as though when we talk about art toy worlds, compositionally speaking, dope.
Yeah. I talk to a mutual friend of all of ours about Feigned all the time and how it is like he is someone I actively have to stop myself from ripping him off because I love his aesthetic so much. That warped Xerox VHS kind of, yeah, it's beautiful. One of the few pieces I have that is still on a card is his.
I'm glad you pointed that out. I like the card art on this.
Yeah.
And it's a fun piece.
That's sick.
There's an artist who's working on something right now that the sculpt for this actually reminds me of a lot. And Vomit, I think you maybe recognize it as well. It's driving my brain insane. Oh well, that's neither here nor there. I can't remember if I dropped this for you guys there. I'm gonna drop it. How big? Well, actually, I bet you that I know the size of those. Which makes even the backers even kind of cooler because they're a miniature. They'd be a mini.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck's that head from, though? Oh, well, that's cool with the armor and shit. Okay. Frankenlander is another one who's not even out of this world, man. Like let's just get like even just looking at his page and the pieces beside it, like you like come on. The fuck is this?
Man, dude. I have none of this guy's work. It's incredible. Every time I see something, I'm just blown away. I mean, this one's no different, right?
You don't have any of his work because you have to wait until the moon is in the 7th part of the sky and you sacrifice 3 squirrels and 2 rat's tails to the gods to allow you to purchase it.
See, in the rat tails is where I was off.
Yeah, rat tails too.
Thought I had that right, and that could be what's going on. Is that that's a step I'm missing? God dang, dude.
Is there liquid in there? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, it's a rubber gray with little orange flakes.
Man.
Oh.
And now that's another guy where I've asked if stuff is available, and typically it's not, but there are runs every now and then. There was a 5.5 Hulu, I think is what it was. There was a couple different ones of those. But dude, when I saw his name on the list, I knew that it was going to be wild, man. And it is, I mean, as far as 0.5 goes, that's cream of the crop right there. Damn.
The thing that trips me is like water is already just a hard thing to try and fuck with. And
Oh,
liquid resin doesn't like liquid, right? So obviously a Decassis has two hollow pieces, but even then it's like the ingenuity of like making the rubber here.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful piece, man.
Crazy, man. I don't know how you get that. You might have to try to claim or up or something. I don't know, but
ritual sacrifice. It's the only way. Use the occult.
you're right. We'll have you repeat those steps at the end in case anybody wants to try to get in on that.
So in my opinion, like I don't know if there's multiples of these, or if there's one and they've played with some of the colors, but it seems to me that there's multiples in different casted colors.
Yeah, I missed this one when I was scrolling through. I like this one. I like the, yeah, it's got some rough edges that I really like. That face with the screws in it is nice.
It kind of reminds me of if Trash Joy Studios were to try and do like a larger piece.
Is that a painted screw in his mouth?
I think it's.
There was one picture where it looked like that one. It looks like a screw, but what is the other one?
Well, he does have two screws in the side of his head. And he's got two little fang teeth. But what's also interesting is like I don't see any other toys on their page. They've got a very Adult Swim aesthetic. Like I could see one of these dudes getting their nuts ripped off or stapled to their forehead or something, you know? Damn.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. I would like that on a shirt. I would like that on a crew neck sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's jokes. But I don't know if these little, much like Dr. Frankenstein, cobbled bits together from deceased figures to create this hideous beast. Enormous things. So yeah, this guy, I think it's a one-off maybe. Dang it. I don't know, man.
I think you're right. I did look at the stuff on this. Maybe it's poured, but like the stains on the side are the same. I don't know. It's beautiful.
Skilled one. Why are we the same fucked up human being, dude? 40-ounce mouse is hilarious. Go to bed though. You're staying up way too late, dog.
Skilled one is in the same witch's coven that I'm in, so he knows it pretty well.
Geezer periodicals, man. I'm gonna put it out there. I think they might be one of the most underrated artists in our scene. They are incredibly talented.
It's a family of artists, right? Like,
yes,
he's the one that's with Olio, and then
yes,
and they got their son did some pieces for a little bit. Yeah,
Tyler. Yeah.
Wild family.
Yeah, Dark Maiden Toyz and Oli art. Absolutely, very talented family. I just find he's really clean, man. He gets some really clean casts, some really clean paint apps. I think between like the Cadaver production shows and sometimes him trying to like also push everybody else's work, he doesn't necessarily flaunt his work as much, but I think he's really good, dude. Insert crickets, apparently. Fuck you guys.
I do. I'm handling something right now. But you're right. The dude, that work is sick. I want to say that's not the only one that was available. I don't know if there was another one available that was the same or different. But I believe there was more than one piece available from Geezer. But yeah, that's another store, man. If you're just kind of fishing around, hop in that store and take a look, man. There's some good stuff in there.
And I think he just posted today or yesterday that they're starting to do their interviews again. So if any of you want to get on, drop them a message.
For sure.
And Calico Crisp Tattoos, what piece did you grab? Did you grab the Geezer periodical one, or did you end up grabbing that crazy ass Freak Street one we were just talking about a moment ago? Let us know in the comments. Now I'm intrigued. This. I laughed my ass off when this got revealed. General Porpoise, not because it's like this was great, dude. This was so fucking good, but I laughed my ass off when you revealed the head. Holy shit.
Jesus.
When I was talking about like growing up with no Frankenstein, I lied. I grew up with young Frankenstein, so I immediately was like, yes.
Solid. I'm sure it is. God, that's so good, dude. You know, and one thing that Lab Monkey was saying on his show was how, you know, dinosaurs are kind of Porpoise's thing, which I agree. But what's cool about it is like you can look at that piece and, you know, you could probably guess within the first guess or two that, you know, who that's from. And I love that kind of style and that look is in this piece. Where you can just look at a piece and say, oh man, that looks like something that fill in the blank would do. And that's one of them for sure, man. Look at the boots.
That's kind of what I mean. From the feet up, you're just kind of like, okay, dinosaur tail, like where's this going? Big giant fucking Frank boots, where is this going? And then you just get up to the fucking head and you're like, oh my God, of course, Porpoise. Of course, man. Him and Boba, very surprising sense of humor, but fucking wonderful sense of humor.
Yeah.
Hey, let's look at that real quick. 11 points of magnetic articulation. 11. I'm looking at the neck, right? So you got the head, then you got the second section of the neck, the arms, the legs, probably the tail's probably in a million pieces. God, dude, what? That's a lot of work. That is a lot of good work.
Like I count 7. So I
12 parts total. That's Lab
8,
9-esque.
Probably maybe a couple
10, 11.
toes inside the boots. You got to take the
Okay.
Yeah.
So I figured it out. Top of the head, base of the neck, each arm, each forearm, each leg, each boot, the tail.
11. Ho, 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 ho.
Now, if you can't remove that little brush, though, you're like, fuck you, Porpoise. And the paint app on this, I'll admit, this is one of those situations where the paint app was so good, I had to ask myself if it was a custom, like a kit bashed custom, or if these were casted parts. I had to read through and see, like, holy shit, no, you comprised of parts scavenged, molded, and casted from corpses of a Rhinoceros, a Stegosaurus, a Peter Boyle. It's like, okay.
Brett, is that still available?
This thing's a monster.
Curious.
Also, vomiting droids, dude. You might know this. What is the 81818? Is it 8 like is it 1818?
I was just looking at I think it's 1818. I think that's when it's set. That's my best guess.
I wonder if that's when the original Frankenstein book was published or something. Or if it's that exact fucking
It might be when Young Frankenstein is set. Like, you know, puts up the title card or something in the beginning. I can't remember.
It's insane, dude.
Porpoise says yes, it is available.
Or maybe he's fucking with us and it's his ATM pin code. So someone steal his wallet and let's try it out.
Yo, Calico, great score on that geezer one, man. And I'm glad you pointed that out with the pincer claws, because you're right. That's kind of what like for me was like an additional little fucking like Easter egg on there. It was kind of fucking jokes to picture that. Anyways.
He says it was the year the book was published, but I think it's his pin code. So someone get his wallet.
Oh, I knew I went to university for a reason, guys. It was right there to memorize shit like that. So this guy, Gorilla Ghost, I had never heard of them till this. I'm sure there's some of you weird bootleg nerds that are gonna recognize these legs right here. Mainly most of that model, but that's gonna be a Motu bootleg. I'm surprised you're not chiming in there.
I'm trying to figure out what that is. I mean, I see the right arm.
Oh shoot! Now somebody in the chat's gonna have to hop in because I can't remember the name of it. It's some like Mexican bootleg. They all have, yeah. It's been used several times by Scott Cherry of Barbarian Rage as well.
But the fist is different. He's holding the, like he's got.
Oh yeah, there's
Right.
even sculpted at Underworld Warriors. Boom. Oh, skilled one, Skeleton Warriors. Oh, Skeleton Warriors. I don't know which one it is, but I'm going with Folklorian. Underworld Warriors sounds more accurate to me. And skilled one.
I love that little fur, whatever it is that he's got there. That's cool.
I think I need one of those for myself. It is fall.
This is a fur pelt.
Now you got to do it.
Frankenstein.
Now I'm not going to be happy until I see that.
The next time we have vomiting droids on, it's gonna show up bare chested and just a fucking brown fur vest.
Bro, walking into Windy City with that thing just blowing behind him, dude. That would be great.
Actually, that being said, too, I'm half asleep here. Anybody been catching Folklorian's drops lately on his page for the 3.75 Motus, or is that Jazz Wiz? One of you fuckers recently has been posting some beautiful 3.75 die cast Motu booties. Whew, they're hot.
Jeff
So
says
Gorilla
Folklorian
Ghost.
Jimmy is the keeper of the deepest knowledge. That's actually a fact.
I don't know who this Gorilla Ghost is.
Mm.
Ooh. Okay. I don't know what this is, but I need this. A pink and purple fucking battle horse unicorn?
What is that from? Jimmy Folklore. What was that horse from, dude? That looked like almost looked like a Night Stalker from Motu, but it's obviously not.
So this is what I love about this show tonight. Like this artist, I've never heard of them. 15. They're clearly somewhere not close. But some of this, I think, it looked like they were making some of these. Like these look like they're being made. Not for sale, preparing an order for a spectacular change. But there's molds. I see molds.
Every page you've put on it said not for sale. So obviously another one I need to say make some sacrifices for.
Yeah. Hey, that's how it should be sometimes. You're not one to talk there, Mr. Fucking like.
I know. Yeah. The two people commented and were like, so when can I get a piece? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Folklore. I was thinking the same thing, man. Maybe a sheep or horse, he says. That's what I was thinking too. Crash Man, what's happening?
Another artist I'd never heard of, unfortunately, until this show, man. Gutter Creep.
Look how big that is. I just realized the size of his hand. Look how fucking big that is. That's what she said. Sorry, I had to do it. I'm sorry.
No, somebody had to, man. You're right. He's barely even making it up that leg there. It's ginormous. Does it say how big it is?
Oh,
I
look at
love
that fucking that cape too with the stitching on it. That's so nice. That's such a nice addition.
Well, like this is where I get tripped out sometimes. Like you go to their pages and you're like, so what? Like, oh, hello. Damn, Daniel.
Dude.
That looks like a big old 3D print that's been primed. Oh, nice. Okay. A custom that's been primed. Huge toy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't see the accessory.
That is cool.
Now I'm paying more attention to that fucking club thing. Good paint app. Oh shit, dog. All those fucking annoying staples. Also, I wonder what that head sculpt is.
Dude, that cape looks like a straight up baseball, dude. That is so sick.
Patches of leather that look like they've been attached together with some kind of metal stripping. Or threading, leather threading. It's patchwork. It's leather patchworking. What the fuck, man? Skilled one. How often do you tell people great bone to leather? Well, that thing is sick. Love this shape. This is another god tier artist. Sorry. This drop was insane. Like let's look at this picture first, actually, just to kind of like take it. Like, who? There's a couple of these artists that made so many fucking pieces.
Oh, dude, Javaho, man. So, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the collector. I think I don't know how you pronounce it. It's GERI, either #1 or ONE. There's probably a claim in at least 2 of those. But that account, man, you talk about the swoop. They get on a lot of these. Now, this one has liquid in the middle, I believe. That might be another Spectrum type chest. They were talking about that earlier. That is sick. Jerry up there. So so that one was his. Jerry 178. We'll have to check out that dude's page sometime, but he's got, if you go back to the combo set there with Frank and the bride, he snagged that one. But dope, man. Javaho always has amazing 5.5 work. Some of it is, a lot of it is 3D printed and then hand casted and painted by him. But dude,
that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, he's a 5.5 straight up master. Super cool dude. I got several pieces. He just made another little small run of the MF Doom 5.5. But I mean, what a drop, dude. I mean, we're expecting, one piece, and the guy drops a whole army on us. And very, very cool, man, that he did it for this show. I know that he just dropped a bunch of stuff for Halloween recently in the last week or so. There was a really big claim sale. There goes those Dooms. Those are sick. But then on that next row down with the Wolfmen, those just came out. That was a drop. And so this dude has been hard at work. But if you're
flocking on these fuckers,
very, very cool, man. I have a Beastman with some orange flocking on it. That one in the back left, I have something like that came out from, it's almost identical to that, but I got it last year. But the work is incredibly clean every single time.
I keep staring at the bride piece. I really like that bride.
Bro, yes, man. And that's a piece that I saw on my way home today, and I thought, oh man, I'm gonna try to grab that when it drops. I didn't realize that was the first piece that he let go today, and I missed it. But
it reminds me perfectly of the tone
incredible.
that you had on that. Maybe it was McDonald's or Dollarama, the Fantastic Four. What's her name? You'd put her in the hot water and she would change colors. The Invisible Woman. That's what that color reminds me of. Is like that, and then like the white is just so clean on it. Meanwhile, Buddy's fucking like big old arm looks so dope.
Yeah. Clean, man. Always has like the original articulation. Always hand painted. Clean. Yeah, I ran into a couple collectors who collect just his stuff, and there is some amazing. I'll have to dig back through my messages sometime and hit this one dude up. He's got these Detolfs made by IKEA, and he had like 3 of them full of nothing but Javaho pieces. Wild work, man.
So stay on this piece for a second. I mean this with absolute love. At the right angle, this head reminds me of Grace Jones, just rocking out in the 80s with that buzz cut. Just badass.
Yeah, dude, you're right. That haircut. Look at that, Chris.
And like the right angle, she's got the dark eyes, but then
the dark eyes. I was gonna say, yeah, for sure. Good call, man.
Jevaho, man, he also has he does these certain lines. I don't know if you saw the Aztec Warriors that he came out with. Those are clean. He's also doing a line of Western guys. I got a Clint Eastwood from him maybe probably over a year ago. That Ken back there, that's funny, dude. I know someone who has that piece for sale right now.
You know, Folklorian pointed out, if anyone is still interested, that weird pink horse vehicle thing, so that bootleg we were looking at earlier, it's from a bit earlier line called Tech Force. Green and purple can look very rad put together, Crash Man.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
All these are so fucking solid, man. This one is interesting. Seems out of the norm.
Yeah. They're a tough one to land, man. That's one where you got to have your alarm on and you got to keep refreshing the page. And then when you finally see it, cross your fingers and hope you were quicker than the next guy, because I guarantee you there's probably a dozen people that are trying to do the exact same thing that you are. He does post pieces sometimes with no price, and it doesn't say claim. It's basically just a piece in the description. Reach out and ask. That's how I got my my one off of the MF Doom.
What a good use of the spawn leg here.
Dope.
I didn't even catch that he's got the spawn feet on this one. Maybe it's the full leg. Judging by that right there. And I know this arm from somebody. I had this on a toy as a kid. I think it's a Batman or it's a...
That looks like a Motu Fisto almost.
Is it a Fisto?
It might be.
Ooh.
It might be. It looks large like that.
That would make more sense. Or is that a power glove?
You know what, dude? It almost looks like a fist from the MOTU.
Spawn also.
Was it the 2000X? They came out with some really cool 5.5 style. They're actually a little bit bigger. And their weapons were just over exaggerated. And that Fisto hand, that might be the one there. Calico, go ahead, bro. Yeah,
this junk fed is another one that just made me fall in love immediately. Like the header, the Frankenstein, the paint on him. He's just beautiful. Look at that green, the red.
Dude, I love that red carpet background. That is sick. Nice.
Yeah, I love how he's paying tribute to those old masks. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
Good work, junk fed.
For sure.
Big porpoise, dude. Killer piece tonight, homie.
I wanted to repeat this comment from Calico Chris Tattoo. I'm super new to the bootleg world. Got my start with collecting from Resin Blood, but now I'm finding so many rad toy makers out there, and this art show is really opening my eyes. Great comment, and that's exactly what the intent of this whole thing is, man. Expose people to more of this stuff that's out there. But you're right, Vomit. That piece, I mean, the tribute to, Jimmy Folklore had a piece like that, right? At a show recently where it was a little kid wearing the Frankenstein mask. Dope, dude. That's great.
Junk fed is definitely he's someone I want to own a piece by at some point. I just because he does the dinosaurs, right? With the dioramas inside.
Right.
I'm about to scroll down. As a Canadian, this one hit my heart hard today. I was like, oh, damn.
Oh.
Dude, that is so good though, dude. I mean, look at that. Bro, that looks like something you'd buy at like, you guys got Pier 31 up there? Or Pier 30 or whatever that is. It's got a certain style to it, man. It looks like that would fit in there.
And he did that piece for one of the Twin Peaks show that actually, I think it was an owl with the red room on the inside, and it actually had a light inside and would light up. Fuck, I love that piece so much.
Porpoise, thanks for coming in, my man. Killer piece.
Yeah, that's going back a while ago, but I didn't think it was this far back. But there would be.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Great one.
I think everybody was talking about this that night.
Fuck, the eyes like light up. Yeah.
his use of color is really on point, man. He's doing some
Dude,
really cool work.
That beast man that was in the Great Garloo style, that was sick. I've never seen that before.
The Beastman in a Great Garloo style. Oh shoot. Oh,
Yeah.
I've never seen this one.
Oh, that's
Damn.
awesome.
If it's hollow, he'll cut it.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
That's genius.
So that's really dope, but go back real quick. That is sick though. I like how the flames are actually army men. See this little cheerleader right there? Go down, the cheerleader with the patch on the right. So here's something fun. Here's a funny story about that, dude. Whatever style that is, I don't know how big that is, but I actually have, there's a set of that. There's that one, and then there's a football player. And the football player, it's actually made of porcelain, and it's a lamp. And it's something that my mom made and painted, and I had in my room as a kid. I don't know if it was a set that you could buy or how that worked out, dude, but that's the only other time I've ever seen that before. That's crazy. Right there. There you go. Never seen that.
What is the Great Garloo? Can somebody enlighten me, please?
Great Garloo was a gigantic toy back in, I'd say, probably the 50s. It was one of the earliest toys that had a like a remote. It was a wired remote to it, and it would kind of walk in a very but it looked just like that. It's more of like a caveman type thing. It doesn't really look like a beast man at all, but the color and the attire there is definitely the same. Super 7 did a remake of in a 3.75 style, but the piece originally, it's massive, dude. It's huge. I can't imagine having that as a kid at that time. It probably cost a fortune, but really cool.
It's not even ringing any bells, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Monster Vat's saying it's a Grail piece. He's a Canadian too, so I mean, it's not even like it's a border thing. It's just, I don't know. But if you're saying it costs a lot of money, I mean, that probably explains it right there. Kajiki Toys with this crazy ass patchwork Frankenstein He-Man. So I don't know about you guys, but when I was looking at this, I was trying to I'm trying to figure out the sculpt work on this and how much.
Bro, that piece right there, man. It was funny because he had made a comment about using that head, a similar head on that on the Danzig 5.5. That I have one. He made actually a run of those, but the head on this is similar, and it fits right. He's got that. It's shit. It's not a 4 head. That's like a 12 head. But dude, great piece. Kajiki, as far as 5.5 work, it's another extremely talented maker, and 0.5 work is just it's so on point, man. I have a couple pieces, and they're phenomenal. Original sculpt on all that too, like that's so good.
So I guess where I'm also now kind of like looking at it a bunch, it's like, do you think there was a marbling casting done here at all? And that's where we're getting the blues and whites, or do you think that was like very intentional patchwork paint apps?
It looks intentional if you look at the chest, because the chest, like the blue doesn't touch it at all. You know, like on the shoulders where it's marbled coming down.
Yeah. I have a Sergeant Kabuki man from him too. That was in the B movie show that I think I want to say Cadaver Productions did that one, but yeah, man, the packaging on his stuff too. I don't know if this one, I didn't see this one carded, but there some of the 5.5s that I have from him are carded, and the quality is just amazing. Damn, that's good.
Like I said, the forehead game on lock.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude. Even the hair just sitting on top of it too, just flowing perfectly down into the He-Man hair. Like that's a nice transition, dude.
All painted, he said. And that's phenomenal paintwork right there. Also, Chris Tattoo says that Resin Blood has a great Garloo in his shop. And everybody commented the great Garloo. That is as far as toy collecting goes, that is absolutely one of the top grails out there if you're talking about grails and toys in general. God, that's good, man. That's awesome.
Can you imagine having to paint all those stupid fucking individual fucking orange staples? And then realizing after the first coat that it kind of got a little bit lighter after it dried, and you have to go over to another fucking coat of them all.
That's good, man. Real good.
Some people went all out on this show, man. A 3-piece playset.
Oh, dude. So, fuck, man, this is one that I did not even see. I have a lot of his work, dude, and it is, damn, that's good.
Oh, look at those tentacles.
Bro, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Those are nice. That's amazing. I love that. It's so beautifully weird.
You want to hear something funny, man? Yeah, Sergeant Kabuki Man. I got to do a post on that one. That Sergeant Kabuki Man is wild by Kajiki. I spoke to Crimson Guard on Moral a while ago because he was in a show and he had a piece in there that was not listed for sale. I hit him up and he said, "Man, I'm really just kind of pumped that someone's into my work." And I'm like, "Well, shit, bro, who's not into your work?" And then you start like going through some of his stuff, and I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, like that, making stuff like that. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy good work. That's crazy good work. Damn, that's really nice. I have a 3.75 from the Apocalyptico show. And it's like this Mad Max style trap job. Hands down, one of the dopest 3.75s I own, and I own a lot of them. And that thing looks, damn, that's a beauty. That right there. Look at that. Look at the head in his hand.
I was about to say, like, there's so much happening in every piece.
Yeah.
The tubings, the drills, the
blood stains.
Accessory helmets, the blood stains. Yeah, straight up has
man.
2 removable domes, one with glow in the dark bits in it for a creepy effect.
Nice.
I don't know if that's going as a whole set, like if you have to buy it as a whole set or. Oh, the skilled one, you're right. I'm surprised we didn't see more Frankenberry pieces as well, but I did see that Kingdom of Spiders restocked their store with a bunch of blueberries. The man of the hour. This cod piece is becoming famous, dude. When I see this thing now, like I recognize the hell out of that. I'm like, oh yeah, that cod.
Yep. Cod piece. Jesus.
Well, don't you have 2 of these? I think at this point you've got 2 figures with this exact cod piece.
And climbing.
And that's what it secretly is. You're just collecting the cod pieces.
I'm trying to make my own. I'm going to glue them all together. Damn.
Oh, I see Ocular Rhombus was able to see this piece and like it. Guess I wasn't.
So now we're going to move into the part of the show you may not be familiar with. And And we just switch it over to like, hey, mama, check this out.
It's a ridiculous piece, though. I fucking love the chest piece. Is it supposed to be like radiation logos or a tape deck? I mean, it looks like a reel-to-reel on his chest.
A reel-to-reel. I would
Reel-to-reel?
a
Okay.
reel-to-reel,
Yeah.
which is funny, dude, because I mean, honestly, bro, like if you found anybody under the age of 25 today and asked them what a reel-to-reel was, they'd like have no clue. Fuck, how many pieces?
B to the J, you'll notice it when you get it, and maybe some folks are seeing it like in the pictures, but I love this like silvery metallic teal he got here. I don't know how to put the words into it, but I can tell it's like shimmery.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it before, I'll say it a bajillion times. I don't know if it's the pigment or the resin he's using. There's very few artists out there that are pulling plastics the way that his are coming out.
I mean, look at the shimmery metal there.
You know what, Crumbs? I remember way back when we were talking about, man, when I first met you, we were talking about, I think I just asked a real dumb newbie question like, hey, man, who does the cleanest resin work? And you said Lab Monkey #9 has long been known as the guy who's kind of at the top of that game. And at that point, I didn't have any pieces by him. And I said, Lab Monkey 9, I'll have to try him out. Went into his store, passed on probably a million things before I actually picked something up. And then once I did, and I was like, man, no shit. Like this, it's on another level, man. The dude is from another planet.
He posted something, and honestly, I've seen like other people mention and talk about the fact that he's done mold making for maybe larger projects like ghost casting, I guess, or ghost production. And I do know somebody that maybe gave him some pointers like back in the day. There's like a really like skilled, talented person. But I think the game changer was for me was when I was seeing him make the it would have been like 2020. He's making the fucking with Jason figures. And after he had just like done a huge run of them, Freddy figures.
The Freddy,
Yeah.
like, the 5.5.
I mean, he posted on the post, he commented on it being like, I'm not happy with where the shoulders are, so I'm gonna like bring them down another like 1/4 inch or something stupid like that. And I remember just like seeing this comment where he was gonna like redo all the fucking arms on them to make them sit better. And I was like, yo, you're like a top dude. Like you're going above and beyond where nobody else would. You're insane. Like clean work.
Well, and those Freddy's were, I don't know if you remember, but they were a pre-order. Like he was taking orders for those. And I remember looking at it and be like, why would you pre-order something? And now I'm looking at it like, missed on that one. That thing's amazing. Zymod, is that who that is? Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah.
This is probably as close as I'll get to it without having to scroll all the way back. But yeah, the Freddy 3000.
Freddy 3000, yeah.
And I guess it would have been this arm originally was sitting, I think, a little bit too high, and he just didn't like it. So he fixed the issue.
And
yeah, it looks horrible.
A lovely look into what he eats. So some vegetables on the left there. Maybe some mac and cheese back there. I'm hungry.
Hey, you want to get banned? You want to
get blocked by him? Yeah.
I'll bang your ass right now.
The night vomit got blocked by everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this guy on the right, the red guy with the helmet on. You made him disappear.
That Corpus has that
right there. No, back up. Yeah, the red guy. Up one more. Not the Wolverine. I've seen a
lot. Oh, yeah.
The guy with the helmet. Yeah, that is nice.
Beast, the Xavier. Yeah, Xavier Silverhelm. He actually has one of the other guys in his store right now. The second figure from this wave is sitting in his shop right now.
Oh, so this one's, sorry, I just realized this one's not Lab Monkey. This is
it's Angry Beast. But again, you know what? Like similar plastic looks. Fucking Canadians. Leech Toyz, fellow Canadian as well, actually. It's gonna be a soft vinyl piece. So I don't know if he's added additional sculpt work to it or what, because vinyl.
I like the weirdness. Reminds me of some kind of 80s horror movie monster.
I'm liking the pink and purple flows of color. And yeah, big old tongue out of the belly.
Mm-hmm.
Codpiece human centipede from Folklorian. Jesus. That's what you'll have to do there, B to the J. Connect all your figures by their cod pieces. Leech Toys came out of nowhere. Admittedly, like I only really found out about them during Fan Expo. Toy Ronto started sharing their stuff. But it's always strange to me when somebody like shows up out of nowhere with a bunch of rad vinyls. Fucking vinyls. And here's that making a mutant, man. This is interesting. They were actually on the talk tonight too. They were on that live. In my opinion, they covered most of what's really fucking cool about this. You have how many artists are part of this? I don't fucking know. Probably over like 10 though. Actually coming together and making a toy, painting it, having it available.
And they each had to do, and I think, did I read for the female character, everybody did a part. So like somebody did legs, somebody did another leg. Is that what they did? And they weren't allowed to see or know what the other person was doing, which is just a beautiful way of doing it.
Uh-huh.
See, I didn't realize that part. I didn't realize they couldn't see.
Yeah,
that makes it even more fun.
I believe I read that. There's a fun old game that you can play with friends where you take a piece of paper and fold it and you let someone draw on one side and kind of leak the lines over a little bit and then flip it. And they have to continue the drawing without seeing the, it's kind of an amusing way to spend a drunk night, but a real nerdy, artsy way to spend a night. Most people have other kinds of fun. Anyways, but I love that they did it that way, like that they just kind of each person molded apart without knowing the other. And it comes out to be this really beautiful, weird piece.
If anything, that female piece reminds me of something that Baba Drock would make.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it reminded me of, man, especially with the weapon there, is that newer piece that Titty Bean did. He did a female piece that had a weapon that was kind of like a some sort of staff or something
It was
like
for the Salvador Dali show.
There was, yeah.
Right.
There was that one, which was the carded one. But then he did a run of like maybe, I want to say 4 or 5. I want to say they were marbled and they might have been a little bit bigger. But anyways, that's dope. I see a little 3D print of that, this little scientist guy that we saw before. That's cool.
Okay, so there we go. It took having to see a couple pages to put this together. So Al Trey's Day earlier had a couple different 3D illustrations going on, and I couldn't necessarily tell what they were. One of them would have been this doctor guy right here that you just mentioned. And then the larger one would have been this guy here. I think he had a picture of the foot, the arm, and something else. But those must have been the pieces that he contributed towards that.
The face where he was molding the face and he was showing the replay of it is this. Okay, yeah.
We all got there. We all got there eventually. Oh, fuck, man. Mark Heelis. Barry Swartars. So if anybody's not familiar with that, that's like his Star Wars bootleg line. It's the Swartars series. In my opinion, this guy fits like right in beside there, man. What is that too? Is that the original Akbar limbs?
Dengar, I believe.
Dengar. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. I just knew
they were trying to figure out earlier if that head glows. And I think the consensus was yes. I don't think there's a picture of it glowing. But it looks like it would, which is cool. I have a nice little Swartors
little lineup, man. Really cool work. The paint is exceptional on those. Is that flocked? I can't tell what that is.
There's definitely like this aged kind of texture to it.
Yeah. Huh.
I can't tell if it's something in the paint application to make it look like aged. I know Qigong has mentioned before that Mark Helis's work is rustic, has a rustic vibe to it. I don't know if Helis, I don't think he's using a pressure pot. And we also have to be mindful, depending on where some of these artists are coming from, they have access to different materials. So a lot of them aren't necessarily like using smooth on. This might just be like a general epoxy. So it will like have different results and this might even be a textured paint. I know that there's like paints for miniatures that are called field paints, and like that way that they actually look like terrain. I don't know, man. And if anything, it helps really make the head look smooth as hell. I also kind of like that the way the magnetic is sitting on there, it almost has like this like downward, like cocky slant that a lot of us like about the Droid DeLorean that Pocket has made.
And if you look to the right there, it says first creation for this saga. So maybe there's going to be some more of those. In the comment says, was it the Hera piece by Titty? Yes, that's exactly what it was. Good call on that.
And Skilled One mentioned it actually there too. So field paints, when you look at them, you're basically onto it, dude. You add some white Lepage glue to your acrylic paints, and then you add a bit of sand, salts, anything that, depending on the gradient texture you want, you go finer or larger. This guy though caught my eye. Earlier.
Yeah. What?
Was creeping.
That's crazy.
I don't really know what is going on, but it is comical and could have very neat results.
Bro, look how tedious that work is. Yeah, right about there. Fuck it, I'm done. Can't do it anymore.
That'll be interesting. Been busting out some cool work, man. This looks like what's that shit called? Terracotta. So Mark Helis coming through with this guy here. After for Frankenstein. I'd be curious to see if he does a whole run of those guys coming up.
Yeah, whoever said rustic, that their style was rustic, that was right on. Rustic, aged stuff. But then again, I have some other stuff that looks completely opposite of that, where it's just real shiny, bright colors. So it's kind of all over the place.
Who the fuck is this person?
I did not see these when I was scrolling through.
Bro, never. Labyrinth.
Who is this person? I saw these earlier and instantly was like, did like Epoch just decide he wanted to make another account?
Fuck, they're called Possessed Terminators. That's so fucking good. Oh shit.
And like,
all right, 1 second. Fletch, you just said scored Frankenstein. Are you talking about the resin bled piece? If that's what you're talking about myself, because I was going to try to hit Eddie up earlier and be like, hey, I didn't see a how to buy that thing in the store either. I checked. That is sick. How many people were in that are following this guy?
1,066.
Okay.
I didn't realize this was an original sculpt too. I didn't get a chance to like dive deep earlier, but yeah, hand sculpted.
Wow.
So nice.
Crypt Keeper too.
Damn, that's good.
Does he have a shop?
These
so
are
if you
acclaimed.
wanted to acquire a piece.
So admittedly, I don't see a claim in here, and it says DM to grab one. They're 50 a pop.
I'll be right back. I gotta
Yeah.
business. I'll see you guys in a minute.
It was just crazy to me because like I'd never heard of them before until this show.
Damn.
Oh, look at these pieces. These are so dark and beautiful.
Well, like what is going on here?
Oh wow, what is that?
Kind of reminds me of Flanagan Creations mixed
Good
with
point.
Feral Foundry.
Oh my God, Feral Foundry has some stuff coming up, bro. I cannot wait.
I know he's got some beautiful
Ooh.
drops coming. Look at the ease he's doing this as if it's like just nothing. Blue. He's like, yeah.
Man, dude, my hands are so bad they'd start cramping like right at that.
Meanwhile,
I'd touch it once and be like, ah, I'm done.
Oh my God, look at that UV.
Wow.
like, excuse me. So anyway, this was his contribution for F is for Frankenstein. These were nuts to me, man. I really couldn't get over just seeing these out of nowhere tonight. It really reminded me of those epic heads. Insane.
Oh,
Boom, boom, dropping that there. Fletch, dude, have a good night if you're dipping out. I don't know if I'm misinterpreting that, but good score, dude, on that resin blood piece.
yeah, dude. Looked at the stories. It's like put him in the shop. Well, missed out on that one.
Oh, I want that.
Did you hear them talking about this earlier tonight, man?
No,
In the
I
chat?
didn't, but it's obviously one of the Steiners from the Steiner Brothers Wrestling, who were amazing. What a bunch of maniacs those guys were. So roided out, like so good WWF roided out, and just fucking maniacs. Especially this. That's sick, man.
They're nuts in general.
Yeah.
I'll always kind of remember them for having those tiny little guys with the Motu heads on them.
Yeah.
That was like the first
Yes.
drop I saw them do that was just like
Still available, by the way.
yeah, and great pricing in my opinion. Depends on who you
Yeah.
are and your budget, but
Oh man, that Big Bird fried chicken, dude. Me and Hurt were talking about that one, dude. What a wild piece that is. Look at that.
Some really fun stuff in this store. I've never seen this person.
Yeah.
apparently it's a brother team.
Nice. You know, the other thing that I saw towards the top there that I've never seen before is the flesh colored beast man, which kind of gives it a whole different look. That's wild, man.
Man. Now you got me trying to find a flesh colored beast man.
I was at the very top.
Oh,
You're almost there.
God of War. So he used the beast man for a God of War figure.
Nice.
Genius.
Yeah.
So smart, man. Yeah, Calico Chris, that night Big Bird is nightmare fuel. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The fried wings on it. But this guy here, man, Chonker. I wonder if it's gonna be like, because I don't know necessarily the dates that different Toys runs were done, but it's Galoob. Does anybody know if Galoob is gonna be the big old fat chunky rubber boys, or is that gonna be like a 3.75? Because that always throws me off when I see the 3.75 wrestlers.
Ella says if you're not juicing, you're not trying. In the WWF, that's probably true.
Wood, baby.
That
I
is
love this guy.
wow, that's cool.
Oh, this guy's near me.
Also, he mentioned something in the description that I'm really curious about. He didn't take any pictures of it. Where is it here? A removable fury vest, a necklace, an opening chest hatch, and possible parts. I want to see inside that chest hatch, bros. What you hiding in there?
It's a really fun piece. Like go back to the pan, go back to where you can see the legs. Like look at that. Look at that. Whatever's happening in the bottom there with that cube thing and that and that other shoe.
Is that a nail?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then look at the other foot. Look at the contrast in those 2 feet, man. That's wild.
You've got one looking straight up painted like a log. Meanwhile, the other one's just like geometric.
Yeah.
Cubism.
There was also some really good paint work on the back of the figure, which I think was in that last picture.
So that looks like a patch.
Oh, a patch. My bad.
Fur.
Yeah, you're right.
And then go back to that leg. Go back one more. Yeah, look at how many different shapes there are in it. Like in this picture here. Like going, it's so cool. It's so fun.
Look at that pant leg. And meanwhile, what's cool about what's that called? Where on a 3D space when you've got the XYZ axis and you've got like the grid to be able to like design a like geometric form. Or let's face it, when Homer gets pulled into the 3D verse.
Skilled one says, go back to the back patch. Go back to the back patch. No, wait, the other way. The other way.
Look at the head hair. Yeah, no, I dig that too. I was noticing that earlier. The fact that it's this beautiful, like fucking flat piece, and then just like this trimmed piece. You've got this lovely little like piece of metal that's been glued onto the back of the head. They've got these little ears that have been applied. I love this, man.
It reminds me of some kind of like art that I've seen. Like there's something very 80s about it, and not in a bad way.
No. And like even the little accessory here, it's like, and it's huge, 13.5 inches tall.
Nice.
And actually, think of doing these hands. I think they have a picture of it on their page. Look at this. Motherfuckers. Fun shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, friend.
Yeah, this is some fun work, man. They clearly love shapes. That's beads, I think.
Damn.
If those are beads on strings that have been applied so tight that they make the legs, I'm so stoked. Oh my God, dude. The paint style reminds me of something you typically see in like Cinco de Mayo art.
That looked like, was that painted to look like wood, right?
I think there's going to be parts of this that are wood. But you're right, there was like that flowiness to it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What the hell? Yo, F is for Frankenstein. You guys rallied up a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
Got a mental bracket, but that skinny hair with the flop. Yeah, the skilled one, I'm with you, dude. I'm blown away by the face work. Like those. That's one groovy Frank. Neil Ewing was talking about these. I didn't realize this was a retro band sculpt.
Makes sense.
And if anybody didn't catch the live, he used a special product that's actually used for mufflers. So it's like a thick rubber. It's not the same as what you would have for like a 40D.
Bombastic Plastic also announced that he will be at Decon this year. Now there's in the middle right there, Crumbs. That's what we were talking about. That's very similar to the scraps piece that I bought, and now there's a run of them. And we were talking about, now mine is different. I will say that it is different, but it's similar. But it's funny how some of these one-offs from shows, it's very similar to that.
That one, he's been, so I'm not going to get into details on it tonight, but if anybody remembers a little live that exists with me and Mr. Neil, it would be regarding that figure that came out about a year ago. So this figure has been in rotation, circulation with different waves for about a year.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I will say he's done a great job on cleaning up the arms on them, and they do look fantastic.
Yeah. But we were talking about how some of these one-off pieces from like scrap shows turn into, runs of 3 or 4.
Well, I think this would have been his scrap show piece.
From last year, that was one of them. I think there was multiple that he had. There was definitely there was another one that had like a brown right there on the right. Yeah.
Oh, that dude's fun. I didn't see that guy. That's jokes.
Yeah. That's jokes.
Well, I mean, like, it's pretty jokes. Like, no,
yeah, it's great.
It's fucking jokes.
No, you're right. It's very cool.
But if anybody missed it, these things were fucking huge. About the size of a baseball. Whoop. Car bushing urethane rubber. Of course, skilled one would know it. all those fucking dildos he's been casting up for himself. Sorry, it's the other one. Notorious P.I.G. This is like some Cronin builder shit mixed with resin blood.
The head almost looks like Cerberus from the comic. The Aardvark.
See, I'll admit, I always get Ratfink vibes from it. And then I feel like we should all know this arm, but it's not clicking for me right now. But we've seen it in a lot of toys. And these fucking boots, man. I think the boots make it for me.
It's dope. It's wine.
But this is another example too, where it's like sometimes you scroll on a page and it's like you don't see toys for a little bit, and you're like, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have known to slide over to Notorious P.I.G.'s page and look up some toys. But here you've got some weird pig fucking demon angel shit. That's up my alley. I'm down. Pink casted fucking pig.
Oh, that's cool.
Toys, bros. They sneak up on. Oh, Jesus. But crazy lineup. I bet you that shit has some kind of glow or UV to it. Cerebrus on a 10 stripe. 10 strip? I don't know English. And speaking of dicks.
Oh, fuck.
You know what was funny, man, is when that came up on the live earlier, they were trying to guess what it was casted out of, as far as like what kind of material, if it was softer, harder, you know, what was it? All very dick jokey.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least it glows. That's dope too.
That is dope. I like that.
It looks girthy. These look uncomfortable, the little bolts.
Don't do it, Vomit. Don't make a joke about the original mold for this. Don't do it. I'm not going to.
Does it make it fun when the jokes are so obvious, like you don't even really have to say it? You know what I mean? Like you can just look at it and you know what everybody's thinking, and you're just like, yep, yep, yep. Great paint work. I mean, besides the fact that it's on a huge cock, paint work.
It's alive.
You know, they really capture the, you know, the veins kind of going through, and really the structure of
well pointed out, Vomit, actually. You know what? I didn't really think about the fact that, yeah, the Blue Vein Express there being worked into the wrinkles on his face. Definitely well done.
Bro, did you just say the Blue Vein Express?
Yeah, you ride the Blue Vein Express. You know where you're going.
Oh, man. To Pound Town. That's where you're going.
Orgasmville. Updone Goober had a little kid in the shop and the word dick kept getting used loudly. Shouldn't bring kids to a tattoo shop.
Are you guys talking about sex?
What the fuck is sex? We're grown men who have spent the last like 5 hours looking at toys. You think we know shit about sex?
Hey, no, he's a great point though, man. From my experience, tattoo shops are not places for kids. I think.
Do you know how many times I've had to tell people they can't bring their toddlers into the pot shop, bro? Come on.
What does it say? What's the text? I can't read it because you're in front of me and I can't. My 90s inspiration. What?
My 90s inspired Frankenstein custom action figures, Pack Rat Studios.
Nice.
That looks like the Greaser backpack from
That is cool, man. Damn,
this thing's got to be huge.
Dude, I love how that thing like fuels the fist there or whatever that or however that works. That's sick, man.
That's like Epoch does a lot of that, which is super sick. I love that look.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice form and function. Like it tells you a story about the character. Like I want to read the comic book about this guy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Even this extra little square of green, it's like you can assume there's some kind of green goop in there. And then like he's gone on to actually like paint this with a nice like greeny metallic.
Yeah.
It would kind of imply that goop's going up into the glove. I think there's something on the side there as well of the fist. Yeah. So we're seeing that green rip here. Dope figure, man.
Nice.
That thing's got to be huge. While getting tattooed. Family time while getting tattooed. Jesus.
I'll just say it. Hurt does tattoos too, man, and that is a huge pet peeve. Bringing guests of any kind uninvited while you're getting tattooed, not cool, man. Don't mind me sitting in the corner over there, fucking buying toys.
There's just not really a reason for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was my grandma's birthday, and we all wanted to go out and get her face. And we did bring like a little spread, a lot of hot pot, some side dishes. It was a nice family gathering at the local tattoo shop.
Well, you didn't say that. Now that would be allowed.
Yeah, I have grandma right here. No, I don't.
Yeah.
This is an amazing piece by Prentler. I like this.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Now, they were talking on the show earlier. They weren't sure if this was Prentler's first resin piece. I know that he had that collab with Titty Bean a little while back, which I think are still available in the DKE store. But this, I don't know if this is his first one or not, but whatever. Regardless, it's dope.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Prentler until Titty got me into him, and I'm a big sucker for black and white stuff. And it's just beautiful art, and then with this figure, it's just
So
the art is, I think, was the art first, Crumbs? I don't know if you know or not, but I think the art was first for him, and it's dope.
Oh yeah, Prentler's a famous like illustrator. Bum bum bum. See, lucky to have made comic covers for DC Image and Dark Horse. Get with it, Marvel. Look
at that bride. That's a gorgeous bride.
But this figure is fucking dope as shit to me, man. It was dope as hell to see somebody just dive right into Toyz. He did a clean as hell job. And this might be one of the funniest backers I've seen. This is one of those things that typically you only get from children. Adults don't normally write funny as fuck shit like this. Frankenstein is like a robot now and works for Dracula as his bodyguard. But also he does bounty hunter stuff time to time. And he's a spy for the mummy. You know what I mean? It's like
that's poetry. It's really nice.
That sounds like something that like a 5-year-old kid tells you when like he's trying to explain to you who this character is. Good night, DNS. Thanks for dropping in there, man. If anybody remembers, Mechaducky's curious who had the green Goba goop. I can't remember who that was. It had it. It was a Beast Man. I think it was Monday Toy Club that had that piece. Mecha.
DNS, thanks for coming in, my man. Titty Bean says the blurb is the best. I agree.
So I thought this was dope as hell, man. Rainbow Yawn is definitely somebody that is impressive as all hell.
Original sculpt on that, $50. You want to get you one? $55 maybe.
You want to see someone who just fucking grinds it out, like this is that dude, man.
Dude, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say more often than not, he's doing a live in the morning of some sort of sculpting. And I'm sure some of it was some of this, but it's pretty regular, man, to be on a schedule like that where you're dedicating a certain block of time during the day.
And 2 to 3 times a day, it seems.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I've turned it on while I'm driving, honestly, sometimes while I'm on the road, and then I get to work or wherever I'm going to, and he's still on or he comes back on. You're right, dude. He's grinding it out for sure. All original sculpt on that. That's sick.
he was saying it earlier, you know what I mean? Like this is the kind of thing that he can offer that's a more affordable piece. It's still a good chunk of resin. It still takes a lot of time. It was still a very like, that was a time consuming sculpt, but it's not a triple pour. It's a little easier to be able to pound out a couple of these.
Yeah, those are sick, man.
There's even paint apps on there as well, right? Like yeah. Killer work, man.
Yeah. Frankenstein's frog, dude. No, that kind of lines up with more what you were thinking at the beginning of the show when you were saying that you thought we'd see a lot of other monsters besides Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I like the fact that he kind of went off the path there and made something Frankenstein related, but not necessarily Frankenstein.
I think he had the foresight that this is like, he could reuse this thing for a long ass time, man. It is definitely not restricted to Halloween.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just a fun as fuck frog thing that he now has in his portfolio. Boom. Resin the gem.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
He had done some posts leading up to that of that figure. And I think normally it has clothes on it, right? I think the first picture had clothes on it, but yeah. That's sick.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I'd seen this vinyl yet.
Resina Gem. Now, I believe he's from Brazil, correct?
From Brazil, but I believe there's somebody in the States that they're able to send mass quantities to who deals with sending out orders.
Correct. And that's what I was getting at. I believe they're shipped out of Colorado. We did have I bought one from him. I thought, first of all, the shipping was really low. And I said, there's no way I'm getting shipping like that from Brazil. So I asked him about if that was correct, and he kind of gave me the breakdown on that whole setup. But yeah, dude, I mean, I'm kind of surprised that more people don't do that. I know you'd have to have, a trustworthy contact over here in the States to do that. But he said that's one of the only ways that he can keep up with, kind of the demand for stuff and trying to stay in that price point where everybody doesn't flip out over the shipping. So he's got that worked out. So if you order something from him and you're in the States, you will have it extremely fast.
I think this might have been one of the first pieces I ever saw of his. And it would have been Pocket Toy Co. that showed it to me. And to think that about a year ago, that's where he was like sculpting up these, which this is beautiful. But it's insane to think that you've gone from there to a full standing articulating Safubi, man. Killer. Yeah. Progress is slow, but steady. Steady is fast, man. Damn.
Paint job is beautiful.
Yeah. And then that's a nice little touch, dude. All the little like I don't even know what material that is. It looks almost like sack. Like potato sack.
Yeah.
There's the Frank.
Man. Yeah. So Fletch landed that. I'm hoping there'll be more of those at DCon, which I'm sure there will be. I don't see him making just one of those. But sick, man.
Very bootleg with the one spray of the silver right there. I find that really comical, man. Like that's super like old school Taiwanese bootleg.
Yeah. And the other thing that they were talking about on the show earlier was that they had him on, and he was talking about he was doing decon stuff, and then he was just at E2K doing some stuff there. Then he kind of panned over his work area, and you talk about a machine.
I mean, he runs a toy store and does tattoos as well. And where he finds time to do toys, I don't know, but he does a ton of stuff, dude. I love his paint work. That's a very cool little set, man. Good score, Fletch, on that one.
Yeah, I have no idea where this guy finds the time. He pumps out so much stuff, and it's all really cool to look at. It's, you know, he's not just throwing shit out there.
Yeah, straight up, man. And you know, like real talk at the at Decon last year, I think for the most part, everybody had a lot of stuff. I mean, there were some people who didn't have a lot of stuff, but you got to his table, and he had 3 tables that were jam packed. I mean, every square inch of the top of the table was covered, and when something sold, something else came back out. He had plastic tubs underneath with more in them. So I can only assume that's what's going on with his production rate right now. But dude, face, dude, that He-Man with the cape on.
I like that guy. We talked about that in like a lot the one night when we saw that.
Yeah, really sick.
I'm only just seeing the legs on this right now. Hilarious.
Yeah. A hideous bootleg toy made from spare parts. I'll tell you what, man, Retro Gimmick has some of the catchiest freaking card backs, like a card back with a funny saying on it. There's that one where the guy's like sleeping and it says, me remembering that one thing I said in 2nd grade or some shit like that, dude. That is so good. The Garth Brooks one, I don't understand, but it's still funny. Must be something going on with him.
I don't know why I kind of like this. All the places, you know, bro. Just a bro action figure.
That's good. God, he's got so many good ones, man.
He just pounds them out too. He's fast as shit, dude.
That's what I was gonna say, man. Another guy who just is just nonstop pumping these things out. That Jason figure, he comes out with a new Jason almost every holiday, and they're always good.
I think I first noticed he was like the first one to hit that Mike Spence fly figure, dude. It was like the Mike Pence thing was done, like the whatever you want to call that shit was done. And I'm pretty sure he had a Pence figure up like for pre-order that like the moment it was done.
Yeah.
Some of these guys. And back to this show, man. We've definitely looked at some accounts tonight that have like 300 followers. Retro Gimmick, 27.5K followers. Rainbow Yawn, probably in that 5K as well. It's like, holy shit, guys.
Wow, 27,000 followers, dude. He's got stuff, man. The Mike Tyson's Punch Out line is very, very cool. Sicky Meal, bro. I checked those out. Now I'm gonna just say right now, they're not the cheapest things out there, but they are sick. I don't have any of this guy's work. But it is dope.
I don't either yet. And some of it's not even all that expensive. He does have some beautifully priced work on his site. I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger yet.
There's a lot happening here. I like it.
Absolutely, dude.
Oh man, look at all those arms.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to move them all.
He got that pose so dead on, dude. Like if something did have 6 arms, like that's very good placement for those, dude. It looks like that's like that would function, right? Man.
I know there's a lot happening with all the arms, but one, I like the variation in arms, but I also love these big giant fucking legs, dude. Look at these pads. Like
he's got a couple pieces on his site that are similar in stature to that, as far as the bottom base being a little bit wider. They look like they're very that was funny.
It looks crazy.
Yeah, well balanced pieces, man. They're Jesusaurus Rex Turbo.
I didn't even know he did a re-release of this, but it is like they're just crazy. Like,
oh, I've never seen that. That's awesome, dude.
Okay. But like, pardon?
That's the other one that I was talking about, where it looks like he might have used that same lower half, but that, I mean, look at that, dude. That's wild.
Same lower half, but I think he added fur. Oh no, same lower half. Yeah. Good catch, B. Holy shit. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's awesome.
Damn. Yeah, Sycamel. Insane work.
First
He had that-
tattoo. Thank you for popping in, Kajiki. Thank you for stopping in. Amazing work, my friend.
Dude, killed it, Kachki.
Dude, so that Kermit the Frog with the hand, I saw that piece a while back, man, and I don't have one of those, but I will have one of those at some point.
I think he does re-releases of them from time to time.
Yeah, I think he does because I saw him on it. Dude, I mean, and just the concept of that, right?
This was a good drop. The hobo. That's what I'm currently scrolling for. Was the hobo with there we go. Fuck, this was a good drop.
Oh,
Mm.
Hobo the hugger. Like, are you shitting me? And
Wow.
he's done them in a couple different color waves. Sycamel's just really, really, really good. I could creep this page all night. Another artist I'd never heard of until tonight with the F is for Frankenstein. Steam powdered mum.
Mm. Damn.
I wanna see that chest close up. And I mean the Frankenstein. I'm not talking to some weird female in the room with me. That is. Look at that.
Yeah, the way that those pictures are set up, dude. I like right there at first glance, I'm thinking Terrible Toy Works.
Yeah.
I had to take a look at that name real quick, but Toy Works also, by the way, has some really, really sick stuff coming out on Saturday.
Like, I want to see the layers on that chest.
That's dope, man.
I want to zoom in, but it won't let me zoom in any further.
It's like a Cyclops Frankenstein, dude. That's badass.
And it's such a nice reveal with the jacket, just kind of a little bit peeking through.
Yeah.
I can't help but be like, damn, you've made a bunch of clothes for this guy too.
How big is this piece?
Doesn't say. I even like the caption. Are we going to use just the F is for Frankenstein hashtag Love Monkey? It's like, is this how we doing this? All right. 1,099 followers. Oh, I don't know what the heck is happening here, but that is a Captain Planet like Rick James.
Don Cheadle. It even says it in the thing.
I was
100%
absolutely.
Don Cheadle.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, Don Cheadle when he did Captain Planet. I don't know if you remember that. Right there, so good. If you haven't seen that, punch on YouTube. Don Cheadle, Captain Planet. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
I have not seen it. I'll have to make sure to check it
Oh,
out.
bro. Check it
I
out.
think that must be the scale. He's holding those pieces. It's probably about the same size of those pieces he's holding.
Yeah.
Test reel Zombrains. Okay, wait. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh wow, man.
Damn. There we have it.
Dude, the hand paint on small stuff like that. What a talent, dude. There's so many people in this community, Vomit yourself included. Well, I don't know if you've done any paint stuff that I have or not.
I've never done paint. Paint terrifies me.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, you look at like how small those things are, and I watch people on these lives, and then you get the piece, and shit, man, Barrio Boba, that's a good example, dude. The pieces are small anyways, but then the details that he's putting on those things, like, and not messing up. That's crazy to me.
The tattoos on that mule piece we looked at last week, like those lines are so tiny.
Great point, man. Absolutely. It's nuts. And the fact that they say what they say on them, I didn't even realize. I didn't catch it. You know, then I looked at mine and I'm like, holy shit, he's right.
Nice little Easter egg in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If anybody was participating in the F is for Frankenstein and didn't see these, there are no shirts.
Toys on tap in the house. You made it. Glad to see you, my friend. We reported on, there was a couple people who brought up some recent interviews that you did. I know Barely Human was one. Some really good interviews going on from Toys on Tap. So again, if you guys haven't heard or are not listening to Toys on Tap or just want to go through that thread and see who's on there, pick a good one, man. They're all good. That's dope. Who is that?
This is the art of Hrothgar. So I like how there's like, this is what I was saying, is like there's legit F is for Frankenstein shit.
So what do you guys think? F is for Frankenstein this year. Is it going to be something else next year? Is this going to be a series of shows that we see?
If next year there's an M is for mommy, I'll be so stoked.
Yeah, C is for creature, D is for Dracula, W for Wolfman. I mean, is that the series that we're going to see, or is it a one and done?
Maybe it's getting late, but I could have sworn you said M is for mommy, and I'm like, that'd be a weird show. M is
Bro,
for
I thought
mommy.
I thought you did say that. That's why I didn't comment on it. I'm just like, all right, that must be a Canadian thing, bro. I don't know what that means.
Well, I meant mummies, but let's be honest here. Like, I want to see a bunch of mommy toys too. Like, come on.
Oh, see, folklore. He's got it, bro. J is for Jazz Wizard. That's the show we all want.
All right.
Yeah, Porpoise episode. That was great.
This fucking Frankenstein head kills me.
That sold right away.
Oh, of course it did. It's the real Bernhard. Back to how like there was some like legit like vets in this shit. It's like, yeah, dude.
Uh-huh.
Of course that was gone ASAP. But like this was a good one, man. Looks smooth, looks clean. I love this cheap like dollar store looking backer art for it. Like something that you would find at like a weird convenience store. Double casted arms. Are there fishes?
I think it's a centipede.
Okay, but there's a lizard in the other one. This one, you're right. I think this is a centipede. They're dollar store creature thingies. I think the other one is a lizard. Oh, maybe they're both centipedes.
Or maybe it's layers. Maybe because it does look like a lizard when you were looking at the other side. Maybe it's both.
That'd be awesome.
I think it's both. Because look at the arm you're looking at right there. There's like a black piece coming up that does not look like it's from the.
No,
the
you're right,
centipede.
like right here. Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that piece right there does not look like it's from the centipede. So I think he's got two pieces in there. Fucking nice.
Oh, dude. Good point, dude. C is for cryptids. That would be an amazing show.
So there's something in the chest too.
Yeah, what is that?
Tall body full of creepy crawlers. We're fucking idiots.
If all else fails, read directions. Wow, man.
Titty.
Yeah, there it is.
Crushed this, man.
Titty, is this okay? Oh, available now in the link. I'm sure that got scooped up right away.
It was a 1 of 1.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, almost 100% original sculpt, right? Almost.
So I'm surprised more people didn't do that style figure, or that figure, I should say, you know?
The dude has become like the Kit Bash king.
Lots of good stuff in Titty's store.
Oh, it is stocked right now. He has been going hard since coming back.
This piece is still available.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Titty would mind me saying that it's not cheap. And I remember him saying if it didn't sell, it was going to be no big deal because he would gladly keep it on his shelf. I don't blame him. That card backer is wild.
I'd be
But that's
proud of this, man.
yeah, absolutely, dude. That's a killer piece.
You fucking nailed the Doctor.
Oh, dude, look at this. Yeah, for sure. Damn.
Like that's straight out of a movie. That's like you can see this person in the movie, the classic horror movie you're watching. He is right in front of you, right there. And
Yeah. Damn,
The
that's
paint app, man. Like that really came together in the end. Yeah, he crushed it.
you know what's crazy about Titty Bean, dude, is like if you don't really, if you just kind of look at some surface stuff, if you started looking at his page a while ago, you'd see a handful of, 5-6 different figures that are that are sick, original ideas, kit bashes that he's turned into something. Dude, he is so far beyond that now in such a short amount of time. The stuff that he puts out in shows, the theme stuff that he does, the backers that he does, the collabs that he does, the marbles, the new kit bashes. Dude, I think when we're talking about like longevity, as far as pumping out new stuff and getting new fans, new subscribers, he runs a great Patreon. The paint work is amazing. The magnet work is amazing. What a great example of just a guy who wanted to make some shit and got better and better and better. And it's fuck, man, look at that.
Yeah, he's gotten stupidly good very fast.
There goes those Hera pieces that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just on his grind, man. Doesn't fuck around. I don't know. He's a machine. Try and catch him anytime, like on a live or anything where he doesn't have something happen where he's painting, casting, like
bro, look at that one. Look at that one right there. Hey Bean, if you still have that, pull that for me, please. No bullshit. Stick that in my box, bro. I will saw it.
Titty Bean, this is B to the J. If you could please pull that piece and add it to my account, and I will get back to you on that one in a little bit.
My people will be in contact with your people.
You know what's funny, dude, is like you see those pieces and you look at it and you're like, I'd buy that. And then they sit there and you're just like, well, fuck, now I have to buy it because it's still there. Done. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, my man.
I think we were all looking at this one earlier, man. TL Flanagan.
Incredible work.
Also, in case I missed it.
There was a run of those, I believe, right? That was more than a one of one. A small run of 5.
There you go.
That's awesome.
There you go. Well, now I'm just curious.
I was just gonna, bro, you beat me to it. I just picked up my phone.
125.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I bet it's big too.
It looks like it, yeah. Incredible work though, man. I've opened up a couple pieces from her over the last few weeks. All original, and it's always God, it's always so good, man. I mean, look at that right there.
I just nailed that rockabilly / greaser.
Yeah. Right. I was just gonna say the hair and then the toothpick. That's
the chain, the jacket, the shoes.
Even that brow line just fucking wraps it up.
Yeah.
The jacket is killer. Nim is
the
right.
wife beater and the belt buckle. Very nice. Damn.
Can you show some more of her real quick? I don't know that I've seen her stuff. This is really nice.
That's going to be coming out soon.
Oh my God, she did a gremlin.
Oh
Fuck
yeah,
you.
that's out
Look
now.
how good that is. Fucking Stripe.
That's the last one that came out, man. So check that out. Full colored 55, green 35. Crumbs, there may be some of those left. I know that she is very good about updating her stories about how many are left. But that
did you see the critter that BJ got last week?
She has
With
good
the
taste
brushing
in
his teeth?
movies.
Yeah, dude, and that's funny that you say that, Vomit, because not only movies, dude, but I made a comment, it's not even toy related, that the music on the stories in her account,
Yeah.
dude, I mean 80s bangers all day. That's the one that I have. Not that exact one, but one like that. But that's all original sculpt too, dude. Phenomenal. $35, I think I paid for that.
That's a great photo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're talented as hell, man.
Mm-hmm. Crazy good work.
Crazy, crazy talented. Beautiful paint apps. Spends a lot of time this takes. Has vomit blocked yet? Who doesn't have vomit blocked?
That's the joke now, Vomit. If you've never seen somebody, we're just gonna
Anytime that you bitch about how there's nothing cool showing up on your story feed anymore, I'm just gonna be like, it's because everybody has you blocked, dog.
I'm gonna start being paranoid that somebody's spreading rumors around about me.
Yeah, right.
I was a little concerned that maybe you've been on Toyz Alive enough times that you've been mistaken as like the infamous nasty Crumbs Blunt, and somebody just fucking blocked you.
I literally spent like, I don't know, like as soon as we found that out, I just kept replaying in my head. Did I fucking comment on something? Did I do something? I don't know. Anyways.
That's funny. Tone Twisted Tiger right here, man. He talked about this piece. I don't know if this is sold yet, but he was his instructions were, hey, if you're interested, hit me up.
What's the character this is based on? Is this Madman?
Madman.
Okay.
That yo-yo, bro. Check that out. That's awesome.
The yo-yo accessory, in my opinion, might be like the best part of this. It's beautifully clean. Yeah. It's a good cast, but there's just something really fun about that fucking yo-yo attachment.
Yeah, dude, like that right there, that action pose where, I mean, all 5.5s almost will get in that. It looks like the legs are static though, so you don't have a lot of movement there, but still with that pose to put a yo-yo in his hand. What a great idea.
If anything, I find with 5.5 figures, man, like unless you're going to go through the like effort of putting in the elastics, or unless it's like the rubber fit ones, it's a fucking pain in the ass. Those legs always want to spread, dude.
It is, and they have there's a couple different guys that you can find on eBay that actually sell replacement parts to fix the legs on those MOTU figures. The vintage ones, especially when the legs get all floppy, they don't stand worth a shit, or you have to really spread them out like that where it doesn't look natural. But they have different stuff in there. Now, if you're into that, I would go take a look at somebody like Chris Bryan Customs. Chris Bryan Customs will take a 5.5 and break it down 100%, and then go ahead and put everything back together. And I know that he replaces parts in there too. But Chris Bryan Customs, if you're looking for some MOTU, rehab, go check that one out. But this is great, dude. That must be original sculpt on the head there, I'm guessing. I don't know.
I was going to ask, anybody recognize that head? Like, even if that was original model head, it looks like there's been some sculpt work done. I've never seen a skeleton with a hair like that.
That's dope.
He didn't mention, actually, I was trying to think back on the live if he mentioned it. I couldn't remember it coming up. Toxic Fumes Toys. We've been talking about this gentleman a lot lately, man.
Yeah.
I might have missed it. Did he pop onto the live tonight?
I was in and out. I did not see him on there. But that's an amazing piece, man. I was gonna say the glow on that thing is super sick.
I think what I find kind of comical and like insane with some of these is it's hard not to look and be like, you don't have any pieces with like that leg or that torso. So you molded this special. Yeah.
That's
I don't
dope.
know.
I opened up a toxic fumes box last week, and then I gotta have all my toxic fume stuff in an area. And dude, one of the best varieties of stuff. From 5.5 to minifigs to everything in between, static, magnetic articulation, whatever you want. Just a great selection of stuff kind of across the board. That thing's crazy, man. You said, so you think that's original sculpt on the bottom there?
I don't know about original sculpt. It might be a kit bash of some kind, but I do think it's molded and casted. I don't think that's paint that we're seeing poke through that shirt. I think he casted that in a glow in the dark green, and then he painted that black vest and painted that tan shirt and painted the grenade vest.
Nice. Crash Man, thanks for coming in. Colin, always a blast, my friend. Thank you for coming.
Don't forget to block me tonight, boys.
Touch. First thing you gotta do when you leave the chat here tonight is make sure you head over to Vomit and block him.
Everybody's homework for the night. Damn. A Terminator Frankenstein, dude. That's badass.
Well, and I think what's exciting is like, well, if you've got the mold for these, like, are we gonna see some of these pieces reappear? Because like that's a dope leg. I'd love to see that on something else. Makes you curious what's coming next, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just kind of reading his description there. It looks like there's going to be some more figures that have that same kind of flavor to them, which is sick.
Toy Qigong knocked it out of the park tonight, man.
This was one of my favorite things he's ever done. Not this one. There's a different one because there were a couple pieces, right? And there's one that one. I love that one with the screws on the side and the cut around the head and the chest. There's just a lot of cool stuff going on. One of my favorite things he's ever done. I love this.
Yeah, the colors too, man. Great use of colors on there. Super sick. Look at those legs. Is that a double? It looks like it's kind of got like a pink, maybe fade into a yellow. That doesn't look like paint to me. That looks like just
it's a gradient.
Yeah, cool pour. That's dope.
Yeah, it's a pour gradient, almost like some kind of tequila sunset. Tequila sunrise.
There you go.
I'm really curious about this weird cube thing they both seem to have inside of them. This guy's got it inside this. What's that fucking box? What's this vacuum cleaner thing? It's a vacuum cleaner, right?
I like the yellow cape for some reason.
It's like a half cape. It's like a tank top that's been cut off. Belly shirt.
Belly cape.
Also cool card backs. Sorry, I'm a sucker for like shiny, shimmery shit. So cool card backs.
Hey, Vomit, check out. I don't know if you've been in Broke One's store recently, man, but there's some card backs in there that remind me of that where they're super shiny. Fletch made a comment on them earlier, man, but check out Broke One's page.
I tried to look, but he blocked me. So it's the never-ending joke. I can't help it.
You can't blame the guy, right? You can't blame him.
Funny thing is, I did have to look at this account on the Toys Alive page, so it happens. Things just.
I was just gonna, bro. I didn't want to bring it up. That's funny. I was thinking to myself, speaking of being blocked.
I can just picture certain people, like if they end up watching this, just sitting there with their cake, just fucking eating it, being like, yeah, tell me how good it is, Crumbs. How good was that piece I made? Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Oh, Mecha Ducky dropping the PPE jokes. Thank you, buddy. I need more PPE jokes in my life. I'll put on some protective gear for you right now.
I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but let's face it, like 2 years ago, this is somebody you see at Walmart.
This is, yeah.
Dude, the over-exaggerated bolts in the head are really good. I like that.
I don't know if this is gonna get me canceled, so I'm gonna be careful with it. But I feel as though there's a cultural flair in the colors Toy Qigong typically picks. I don't know if that comes off offensive. I hope it does not come off as offensive. But I feel as though, like, if we're talking about like Cinco de Mayo or like the colors, the vibrancy, I suppose, of the colors generally seem to almost be paying homage to the region where this stuff's being made.
Which is
Is it not Mexico? Toy Qigong, I believe is in Mexico.
yeah. Gosh, man, I don't know. I think you're right on that. I don't think that's
Ooh, look at those kicks. Those are nice kicks.
I know. I
Those are
noticed that a
fresh.
second ago. Adidas Gazelles.
Yeah. And I don't think, I don't think that's offensive, man. I think that's probably just a guess of where those colors come from. I really dig those colors and those colors set up, and I think they just look really good on a figure.
They're bright, they're vibrant, they're very unique
Yeah.
to Toy Qigong, in my opinion.
I have
Stage.
I have a 3.75. I just saw some broke one pieces on his page. I wonder if he bought those. But the 3.75 Toy Qigong piece that I have lines up exactly with what those colors are you're looking like. It has, pink and yellow and black and some of that teal. But you're right, man. The colorways are pretty consistent, but man, they look really good all the time.
Toys on Tap is saying, look at the colors of Papel Picado. They resemble those colors. So I'll definitely have to check out that. Papel Picado. I'm just being lazy here just for a second. I know I'm gonna forget it if I don't do it. This guy here, Underworld Customs.
Yeah, good one, man. Good one. It's another 5.5 guy that is just does some absolutely wild stuff, especially with kit bashing, the MOTU stuff. God, that's a great one, man. Looks like he probably used the Too Bad torso from MOTU. That's the only thing that can get that wide, I think.
Oh heck yeah, that's definitely a Too Bad torso.
Yeah.
Good choice though. Like, this is actually really cool how the arm, head, leg, like when we consider this would have been probably one set of legs, how did we get the yellowy green on the one side with the blue purple on the other side without, I guess, like having to really make sure on the pour that like you just were careful as fuck pouring it into one leg hole, do one leg at a time or something. Vomit, what's your thought on that?
I don't have a thought on it. I'm just looking at it.
Underworld Customs, though, even though that he does a lot of 5.5 stuff, man, he does a lot of other cool stuff. He has these little miniatures that he does that are only like 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches tops. But really cool.
Oh, that's what that's called. Thank you for the
there you go.
education. Okay, cool.
So this is also, I wanted, before I forgot, this is what Toys on Tap was talking about. Papel Picado. So even this yellow, right? It's like, okay, KKK.
Yeah, you're right, Abe. You're dead on, man. I don't know what that means, but you're right. It may have some sort of cultural significance or some sort of. You know what it reminds me of, dude? It reminds me of those great big festivals that you see, like in Brazil and some of those other American countries, where it's just very bright and colorful like that, and kind of reminds me that that's cool. Underworld.
This thing is killing me, dude.
Underworld, such a great guy too, man. East Coaster, New York, big Buffalo Bills fan. He's a really good dude to talk to, and will do pretty much anything as far as 5.5 goes. If you can think of any combination you want, as far as old Masters of the Universe figure, hit him up, man. Super affordable, always good magnetic articulation, always super clean, really good. Clear casting that he does. That is not one of them, but killer work from that dude every time.
I love this piece. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's got me enamored.
That reminds me, actually.
Oh, Mechie, yeah, good call, dude. Really good old school army soldiers, the flat colors. What
This
you
is
pulling out there?
this is from Underworld. This is from last year. And it was not a show, but it was a Halloween piece from last year. This is a 5.5 static legs, but the arms and the head, and this thing glows like crazy. But that's Underworld. That's just some more work that he did. It's a cast and clear, and then it's got some green or some black highlights on it, but that's a good one. Dope.
The artist just seems insanely talented in general. Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about? Also, was this a run?
That was actually from Buzz Off. If you're familiar with for Buzz Off, I think it's Buzz Off 82. That dude, he's the biggest Buzz Off fan on the face of the earth. His collection is insane. His setup is insane. Yeah, dude, that's some black and white there for you, Crumsy.
Those are clean.
I like that crack down the front of the skull.
Those are clean, bro. Damn. Ooh, I think the one has a little bit of green. Yeah, green around the blacks. Dope.
Yeah, Jazz, his background on, I don't know if the one you're talking about is the one that looks like it has all these stickers or business cards that say Underworld Custom that looks like a Ouija board. Oh, yeah, right there. That's dope.
And also the weird like foam cave castle is also equally dope.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, Underworld Customs is just insane.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Steve
sure
Sandarelli, 5.5 master right there, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think even Rainbow Yawn has commented before that dude's like the dude. Yeah, Mechadeki, those skull dudes, I could picture them in Safubi and in Glow in the Dark too. Another F is for Frankenstein tee. So anybody who participated in the F is for Frankenstein is itching for a tee to show off to the world that you were a part of that.
I like that Panther Battle Cat pose. Different head. That's dope.
It reminds me of like something you'd see in a tattoo flash, usually with a panther.
Exactly.
You have one of those across your whole back, don't you?
Wow. Actually, I just have a lot of cats. I have some lions. I have some tiny kitties. I have a tiger. It's the cat side of my body.
Who have all unfollowed you, by the way.
Guild One nailed it. The Black Pumas logo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sick, man.
Yo, Zimmet Co. went hard. You're talking about Frank fucking Tanks? Frank Cars, bro. Working Frank Cars. Zimmet Co. is insane. Does this guy, like, I don't get it. I don't understand how Zimmet Co. is just go, go, go all the time. I hope you're not still in here and getting embarrassed by me talking about you. But the dude never stops making.
I learned about him from Trash Joy, because Trash Joy saw it and knew I would like it immediately, and I did. The only piece I grabbed tonight, because the Found was sold out, was not this one, but the mini Frank with his long, this one. I grabbed, I think, the yellow and purple one right there. Yeah, I grabbed one.
Nice.
Super excited to like have one of his and hold it in my hands. And I kind of want to go back and now over and pay for shipping twice and get one of the Franken cars if they're still left.
Yeah.
I was debating between the two of them. And
dope, man. I saw a little while back, I saw kind of an impromptu live from Lab 9, and he was opening a package from him and just pulled out some wild pieces. Damn, those are good, dude.
and so weird. He's such a weird aesthetic. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
He has so much work. The guy has so much work. These are insane. These are gorgeous. Like, what the fuck, man? He's always just making. I don't understand. And they're gorgeous. And they're huge. And this is so much.
And
Dude.
everything is of like a single vision, but different. Like it's like you're going through some kind of weird extraterrestrial zoo of just creatures, and they make sense in context all together. They're all so It is the fucked up galaxy zoo, and I love it.
Dude, what a great description. You ever wonder where, like, when you see stuff like this and you see a store, you're like, dude, how much do you spend on resin? Like, there must
That's
be
kind of what I mean. Like, he's nonstop, dude. Where
Yeah.
you store anything that, like his store is packed. He sells a lot of stuff, but his store is packed. It's like, what the fuck, dude? I remember.
Dude, I saw something back there in the colorway. It looked like it was it looked like a Gumby figure, maybe like an alien version of that. That was pretty cool. Gumby and Pokey type deal. There was like a orange one in that kind of weird mint green.
Says FU on the back.
No, there you just passed. There you go. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, Gumby is pissed off.
Oh, and it's a satanic gum bee.
Right? The dude, like, yeah. It's wild to me, man. And from the first time I ever came across his account, I was confused as fuck. I'm just like, what? Because this is nonstop, dude. Like, look at this shit. And I think these are like chalkwares and stuff that he has molded. Like, I don't even think this is like his work. I think this is stuff that like he uses for certain things he molds and casts. Some of it's 3D printed. Some of it's hollow, some of it's solid. I don't get it, dude. And I'm gonna be that guy too. Like, you want to hope that maybe he's some like weird 80-year-old man recluse, but then you see a post one day where he's got like tattoos on his hands and shit, and you're like, no, like, you're a human, like, you still have life in you. Like, how is this happening? Anyways, yeah, I can get lost on that page forever. Zimmick,
Dude. DT O'Keefe and Dookie in the house. I did not see you guys. If you guys have been here for a while, thanks for coming in. DT O'Keefe, brother, hope you were doing better. And Dookie, man, Dookie's been pumping out some stuff again, dude. Love seeing that. Some dope 3.75s.
Dookie's always on fire, man.
Dude, those
Great
Franken
idea,
cars.
color palette.
Is anybody surprised that we don't see more vehicles? I mean, I know it's like an easy undertaking, but there's not a whole lot of vehicles out there.
Yes and no. Like, I remember actually watching a video about it. Like, a toy collector posted a video on YouTube, Retro Blast, and he actually brought up the one he was talking about some of his favorite toys as a kid, and he was going over one of them was a vehicle, and he was like, I never talk about vehicles really because they're not like a toy that I remember like being one of my favorites, but it was one of the toys I'd grab almost every single time I'd play because I'd bring my dudes in and out of battle. And you're like, fuck yeah, there's a lot of rad vehicles from our childhood. But also, like, they're kind of expensive, man. It's a lot of resin to make a big old fucking vehicle.
There is a guy, I don't remember his name. I'm trying to see if I have any recent ones who does like classic Universal monsters on little cars. Tiki Brain. It is amazing stuff. But yeah, and I have no idea how to buy it because I can't read anything he posts. But I'm obsessed with his cars.
So this will be another page that personally my tiny human brain doesn't necessarily understand what we are looking at. I believe these are sculpts you could print, or they're part of the collaboration of making of a mutant. but I don't know, unfortunately. I believe they might be parts that they made for the making a Mutant. Of course, you guys go quiet. You're like, no, we're not hopping in on this.
I was looking at these. I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, I'm looking for Tiki Brain cars because my head is there now.
I see how it is. Oh, and there it is, dudes. That was the fucking F is for Frankenstein show. I'm gonna stop share screening for a quick moment. I feel like my eyes are gonna pop out of my dang head. Oh, yo, I feel like I'm like the ugly chick at a get together or something. Both
What's
your
up?
heads down
What's
into
up?
your phone.
What's up, handsome
Bro,
boy?
I was actually just looking at Titty Bean just posted something on his Patreon. And I'm going to report what that was. It looks like he's got some Jason figures that are static. Said he had to mold up someone else's cast of Jason. He would never bootleg someone else's work, but he did this time. It's a reaction figure that he's been after for years, and doesn't want to pay the price tag on it. So anyways, look for that. A static Jason Voorhees. It's the same one that I have, I believe. Who's our other boy up in Canada? One of our one of our very first guests. Magoob. No.
No.
Bob, David, Jimmy, Jonathan,
We've
and
had a Canadian guest on.
Yeah, we did, man.
Okay.
It'll come to me.
I'll have to.
I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh no, shit."
Guaranteed.
Monster movie characters.
Hoodwinked Toys.
Fuck. Thank you.
That's what's up, dude.
Jesus. Hoodwinked.
Those blue and red hydro dipped 3D figures will be ingrained in my brain forever. That was genius.
Yeah. Those are dope, man. The very first artist I saw on the scene, actually. Plugging away.
So I'm seeing Skilled One talk about it, and also it came up earlier. Does Nim have a brand new Instagram page that I'm not
He does.
familiar with?
Warped Toys, WARPED. Only around 40 something followers right now, but that's going to be his exclusive toy page, and the art is going to be back on the other page. So check out his account. I'm sure he's got links to everything on there. But Warped Toys, and honestly, very cool name. He told me that actually he just told me this while we were on the air here that that name came from the Warp Tour. I don't know if you remember the Warp Tour.
Good old Warp Tour.
Yeah, with it's 90s, right? That's probably when
Man's Warp Tour.
pretty sure I saw the Bouncing Souls on the Warp Tour in like 99, 2000. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, Vans. Anyways, he said that was one of his favorite shows, I guess, and named his toy company Warped Toys. So Warped Toys, check that out if you follow yet.
B, that's a nice Film Nation shirt. Also, I just saw what you're wearing.
I mentioned that earlier too. Beautiful shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. That was from. There was a guy, I wish I remembered his name. It was at PowerCon 2 years ago when it was in LA. And he had the dopest lineup of shirts, dude. He had like 10 shirts, and every one of them was sick. I grabbed his business card and I'll find it, but yeah, just a rad booth, just sitting there, literally, dude, stacks of shirts and just plucking them off one by one. It was pretty wild. But thank you, man. Not a lot of people know what Filmation is. They see the rainbow colors and they start making assumptions. And I'm like, bro, do we not know what Filmation is? And then you play the sound for them and they're like, oh, yeah. Cartoons, right? Yeah, right.
fuckers, man.
Anyways,
Trendy fuckers. All right. So we're coming up to that 3-hour mark.
did we go through
Before-
everybody?
Oh, we went through everybody, man. That's why I said my eyes felt like they were going cross-eyed for a moment there. I was literally just staring at the screen, reading off the homies, staring at their rad as fuck toys.
A ridiculous show with a lot of ridiculous good stuff.
It should go to say that it must be a fucking ridiculous show if we literally just spent 3 hours being able to discuss the pieces on that show.
And pretty solid bangers across the board. I mean, they're pieces that like maybe personally I don't like, but appreciate the amazing work in them and how they look. I mean, it was what a lineup.
I would easily pick up, handle, sniff, and lick every single piece we saw there tonight. Gladly.
Crazy amount of artists, crazy amount of pieces. And for the majority of what we saw, man, I think almost every piece that we saw sold. Or a heavy majority of them did. Yeah, I have worn the shirt on here before. Hey, speaking of shows, dude, like, bro, let's just start fucking talking about it and start pumping this shit up. Like, I know there's going to be shows, between what I'm talking about, but dude, we are going to have a show. I don't know when it's going to be or what it's going to be, but there's going to be a Toys Alive show for sure. Vomit, you are going to make at least one piece for that show. I know that.
We're going to block you before you get a chance to even post it.
And bro, what a great show, because everybody in the chat that's like a regular, everybody, I hope makes a piece for that. Anyways, I'm not even sure why I mentioned that, just because I thought this was a really good show, dude. And I think that we could do something equally as fucking dope, honestly.
You have a little chubby. You literally just like, you got all hyped up watching the show tonight, and you're like, we could fucking do it. We could fucking do this.
Only bought one piece so far. And I might hold it. I might hold it there. I think I probably will, man. Decon's coming up. Christmas is coming up. People are probably gonna want stuff.
What are you gonna buy me? I'm really excited to see it.
Well, I'm gonna unblock you first, and that's
that's my fucking present. That's
your present. I don't know.
Oh,
I was thinking maybe like a Steve Bartman poster. Or do your Cubbies research if you don't know who Steve Bartman is. You guys will get a good laugh.
I got my headphones on. I just need the hat to go with it. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. That's funny. No, man, but that'll be fun, man. If we could pull that off, that'll be fun. And I'm sure it would be the first of kind of a regular thing. That'd be awesome.
I think we can do that, man. I'm going to, you guys down to see some drops coming up?
Yes. Bro, well, thank you for saying that, dude. Jesus Christ. I have nothing. I got the same joke for Vomit, that same unfollow joke all night long. That's what I was good for tonight.
I was surprised to see these, and there's only one left, Basement Puke. I think you guys know I actually like Basement Puke. I've talked about this artist quite a bit. I think they've got some great pieces. Of course, our Toys Alive page isn't following them right now. That's embarrassing. But yeah, they did Halloween pieces. There's only one left. So if anybody wants one of those guys, now is your chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Fucking move this shit. Paste this down here. Sorry, Skilled One, man. It's just part of the game. But now you're a maker. You're supposed to be spending some of your money on fucking supplies. So do that. Terrible Toy Works. You guys all know.
Oh, you're not sharing the screen. I can see us on the, unless it's old. I don't know. I'm tired. Are you sharing?
I think I'm sharing the screen.
You are.
Mhm.
Fucking just
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
I need to go to bed. I'm tired.
We're near that point. Did you want to dip out, dude?
I might actually. I actually have
Run
to
away.
go to a wedding tomorrow night, and it's gonna be a long night.
That's how we do that. I just removed him. I'm getting good at this shit.
Oh man, Garen laughing right now. That was
Now I'm gonna rush to block him too.
vomiting. Thank you for
man.
coming on, bro. That was a killer time, man. Thank you for staying on for the whole fucking 3 hours, dude. Jeez.
Holy fuck, got him. Yeah. I'm probably
This is gonna be dope. So someone correct me if I'm wrong. I thought so if you buy the witch on the left and you buy the skeleton on the right, you're getting the guy in the middle for free. Yeah? I thought that was the deal. I thought I read that somewhere. Those who order both Batshit Bonehilda and Creaky Pete on drop day. To celebrate our first biggest only spooky.
Yeah, it says
will be
if you order the
gift.
Batshit Bonehilda and Creaky Pete on drop date, then you're gonna get the spooky ass trips.
Vomit changed his name. Vomiting Frankendroids.
Yeah, I noticed that. No, thanks for coming in, Vomit Man. I'm sorry we held you up so much, dude. And hope the wedding tomorrow is fantastic. You're a treat, dude.
Sure. Go Cubs next year.
Monster Forge has a drop coming. Actually, a drop that happened yesterday night. So I want to make sure that I pointed that out. I know you guys are all going to talk about it because it came up earlier today. Trash Joy Studios did a drop this evening. I was totally asleep on this drop, man. A bunch of Halloween marges. I know this is one of like his favorite Halloween pieces that exists out there. Tons of glow and UV.
Oh, I snagged that baddie on the left. I couldn't believe it was available.
I was surprised to see that you didn't grab one of these guys, admittedly.
Well, they're still available.
They are.
I was in a rush today.
I feel it, man.
There's just so much going on, dude. I mean, not just like you said with the show and trying to keep up with that, but God, dude, I said already before. There's just but here's the perfect example. Okay, that's not in the show, but that came out.
Yeah. So Baba Drop, of
out.
course, he's fueling up for a big Halloween drop. It looks like Saturday, I believe. He's doing a big drop. Yeah, Saturday. He'll be doing a big old one. Boom. Boom. I wanted to grab these. I was like an honorable mention. It's not in the F is for Frankenstein, but we got some fucking Frankenstein bears. Come on.
Weathering Bear.
Jazz Wiz, I find Trash Joy is just a lot of fun, man. They're always great. I'm curious to see what's in those trash bags too, like the blind bags. Astro Plastics.
Oh,
they're becoming a nightly one too. But Frankenbosk, how
I
wasn't
wanted
this
that.
part of the fucking F is for Frankenstein?
I wanted that, and it sold really quick. I thought
I believe it.
Like a few minutes after it was posted, and it was gone already. But here's the coolest thing, man. That shit was $30, dude.
Well, he looks like keep your eyes peeled on their page because it says what is it?
That's
Spooky
still available.
Specials. Yeah, so they're doing a bunch of different drops for Halloween, man.
And so keep in mind, so they do have multiple pages of stuff there. If you don't see one of these things on the first page, the way that their pages usually go is the newest stuff is last. So make sure you scroll to the end of the second page. And the female that you just saw, that one was available earlier today. And like you said, man, those are one of ones that are like 30, 35, something like that. Really nice.
Their pricing is insane.
Kentucky in the house. Yep.
Booze and Buddies. I always like to make sure that we give these guys a little shout out. They've got their show coming out tomorrow. They're a Friday night show. So if you're not familiar with Booze and Buddies, these guys are a great time. A lot of laughs. Usually some crazy pieces up for grabs that are like one of ones.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. You know, those guys are great. And I like watching their show. I'm unfamiliar with a lot of artists on their show. And that's kind of why I like watching it. It's a little bit different than what we see here, but still rad show, man.
This guy came up my feed and then Death and Strawberries pointed it out to me. And I was like, yeah, you know what? This person's crazy. I don't know where the hell they came from. Digging the hell out of it. Hypno Shield.
Yeah. Really cool, man.
No idea where they came from.
Oh, magnetic articulation. I thought was going to say, is that Glyos, but that is not. That's magnetic. That is sick.
I just love the color choicing. Some really cool, like, what is this?
Yeah, I saw that. There's a couple different ones of those. Now, does that place have a store? Oh, the purple guy with the
They
machine.
they use eBay.
Okay. Select items up for bid on eBay. Okay.
Ooh. What is even happening there?
The scales.
Yo, look at that torso.
Bro, what is that?
Some kind of like overpour
Some sort of weird marbling. Yeah.
or a paint marbling. What the fuck?
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, a skilled one, no doubt, dog. We must be all in the same fucking crack rots sometimes.
Claimed one of his figures via message. Hypno, right? Yeah.
I
Okay.
want loud colors and wacky creatures. Well, you're nailing it.
Oh, man, these guys are on Hypno Shield already. I need to get on it.
This guy caught me by surprise. 671 followers, but check this. This guy's fun. Little Halloween drop. Pumpkin spice. I don't know why. He just looks fun to me.
Pumpkin spice.
Right. I don't know why. It's just fun. Oh, you got that orange and pink one I just showed a moment ago.
I saw that.
Skilled one, man. Guy's fucking ravenous. Yeah, under 1,000. So let's get this guy over $1,000. What the heck are we doing? Actually, let's see what his pricing on his figures are like too. Why not? Woo! 25 to 30, 17 to 25, 15.
Oh, dude, what
20.
are those tapes? Are those tapes?
I think they're resin cassette tapes. Yep.
Oh, man. Wow. Okay. That's cool.
3.25 inches? No way. That's so much bigger than I would have thought.
Damn.
3.3 inches. Good old fucking. Oh.
That's dope. Yeah, like
Graphite Toyz.
graphite. There you go. I was trying to figure out how to say that. I got it.
Banana Dogs. These guys are funny to me, man. They only have 390 followers. Just literally what it is. The
glasses.
Banana Dogs.
That's funny.
I don't know if they're vinyl. It looks like they have an assortment of different things, but I'm pretty intrigued by these little guys. Yeah. So any of you dog fanatics out there, Banana Dogs. Another account, 359. Look at this shit. Like
The He-Man and the Skelly, were those wood?
yes, they are.
They are,
No,
huh?
it's not theirs. It's something they grabbed somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Big wooden He-Man dolls.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I was impressed by this fucking Goliath. They're vinyl. Yeah, okay. I thought they'd be vinyl. Thanks, Mecha. Yeah, Mecha Ducky actually is the one that showed me the Banana Dogs. Of course.
Wheelchair Scully. He's in a wheelchair.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, there's
Oh, there you go.
tires.
Yeah.
Trippy.
God, that's a big piece. How big is that?
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, damn. But I mean, like, it looks big.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson. I saw that. So if you go back to his like his main page there's a Michael Jackson right there.
Okay, that is it, eh?
That was
Rotten
crazy.
Legends of the Underworld. Jesus.
Oh
Oh, baby. Hello. Skull Force. We were talking about that skeleton earlier.
Yeah, right. That's it. Isn't it?
I think so. That's what I was thinking of earlier when I was looking at it.
Yeah.
So there you go, man. Again, that makes no sense to me. 359 followers. The internet.
Mm.
Mechaducky, why are you just making noises now? Ioki. Fan guy Grams. So there's gonna be another one under our 1,000, 485 followers. And these dudes look dope, in my opinion. And of course,
Yeah.
I was literally just about to say, it reminds me of something Monster Vat Toys would do. And of course, Monster Vat Toys is the top comment. Of course.
Yeah.
I saw that account the other day. I noticed he has that that vinyl bog dweller
Oh,
that just
Sorry.
came out.
Bog Dweller.
Oh, it just got
Oh,
delivered.
yeah. Yeah. Those fucking bog squads, man.
Mm-hmm.
Minty Mint bootlegs. I might have even brought this guy up last week. This is all thanks to fucking Skilled One who got me
Yeah.
noticing this fucker. So
Yeah.
good.
He's got some carded pieces that he's come out with lately that are really, really good, man. Both of those right there. But there's a couple other ones too, man.
163 followers. It's like, are you shitting me right now?
Check this one out right there.
I know. Black and red, man. Beauty. Always cool.
75 plus shipping on that.
But
But
they're clean as fuck.
Yeah, and you know what, man? There's even there's other stuff on there too that I've seen that's sick. I love that right there. It's almost like the faker colorway.
Yeah.
Sick. Ooh, look at that one.
Oh, I know what one you're talking about. I've looked at
Yes.
it. It glows too. The white bits glow on it.
wow.
Yeah, it's really good, man. They're really good. I don't understand where this person came from. I don't know why they're only at like 100 and some followers.
That one in the dead center right there, dude. Look at that scale though, too. So I don't think that's 5.5.
But it's also not built like a Remco 3.5.
Right. That is, you know what that reminds me of?
One of the one trick ones.
Yes, I was going to say the one trick mid-size one, right? Not the very small. Well, the very small, I think, is still the middle one, right? Just smaller.
Shrunken, the Skeletor.
Yeah. But that's what that reminds me of. That actually looks somewhere. Now, this one looks somewhere between the size of a real 5.5 and the one that One Trick has. I think this one's actually a little bit bigger, but still looks smaller than a 5.5 to me. I don't know. But they're clean.
They're clean as hell, man.
The Force
Leftover toys.
impressive. I agree.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to this page because I liked the idea of having little stands for your toys.
Yeah,
Leftover toys. So they're going to be at Decon too, I believe, right? And they're the ones who do the. Have you seen the ice cream cones?
Yeah.
Those were. Now, when I first started looking into those were going really quick. I think they probably still are. There's different size versions of them, but that's cool. They're going to be at Decon. I might snatch one of those.
Yeah, those little guys are like between 30 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, got their website right open here. Again, I just like the idea of being able to stack your toys on them. And I think we've talked about this guy before. He looks really familiar to me.
Yeah. Jimmy Folklore says Skull Force was the other name for Underworld Warriors.
Last Resort Toys, I go here quite often, but they dropped this week and I went on their page. They've got quite a few different offerings of this style. So if you scroll to the very bottom of their page, they've got a bunch of run amok lines, $20. You're getting an assortment of figures, various artists collabed on that. There's another episode in the past that we did where I got a set of the Double G figures. They've got one of the OFMG 10 can minifigures. So this is
Those are dope.
the same guy who did that series, Double G Toys. He's October Toys. This is one of those pieces here. So it's cool to me if you're looking to get some of his work.
Were those blanks still available?
From OMFG?
Oh no, no, from Last Resort.
The big blanks?
Yeah, the big ones.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. He's got so much nice work right now available.
Yeah. And there's some painted ones too. I think
Yep. 90 for this huge, like, it makes no sense. For such a huge piece and it's painted, 95 bones. 90.
Now is that one painted by Don or Don't Care? I know that they had some in their store, but they also have some blanks too. I think they talked about that before.
Doesn't specify on here.
Yeah, but those are big, dude. Those are
Huge.
big pieces. Yeah.
If we go to Last Resort's page, this is where it really hit me. Because he does always say the sizing on his page, but there was a picture of him at his booth, and it was like, holy cow. Okay. Why did I not understand how big those were? There we go.
Yeah.
So when you're seeing us post that lice plant, that's the lice plants we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. He's gonna be at Decon too. He just announced the other day, which is cool.
That's solid. But yeah, these pieces are massive.
With the spirit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. That one you just circled. The yellow one.
Yeah.
That's dope. I like that there's a shirt up too.
Ooh, movie.
I can see 15 weeks ago you made a comment on that picture.
Oh, guaranteed, man. Oh yeah, it's probably about the size of them, being like, holy shit, those are huge.
Yeah.
Boom, and Warped Toys. So anybody's not following Warped Toys.
Yeah.
It's the new Nin studio. Holy cow, dude.
Junk the Dragon, what's up, man? Didn't see you come in.
Snuck in a little while back. I feel like that was a long night.
Dude, it was 3.5 hours. That's like been the longest night.
3.5. Not to mention, I'm sure you guys were paying attention to it too. I was watching the F is for Frankenstein earlier too, so I've just been on Toys on the brain for 6 hours.
Yeah, that started, well, the show started 3 hours before ours, and then 2.5 hours for their show. And they, went through a lot of stuff, had a lot of artists on there. But man, again, congrats to them, man. That show sold a lot of stuff.
Sent you something to look at, Crumbs. Mecca. Let me see. Is it something I need to open up right now, or is it going to be like a big old pile of memes? I have had my personal account closed this evening. Let me see what Mecca just said. Oh shit, yeah, these are dope as hell. I sent these to somebody recently, actually.
Jazz taking off.
I'm trying to remember who I shared this with, because when I saw them, I thought they were dope as fuck. All right, here you go, guys. Last share of the night, because these are actually really fucking cool. Yeah.
TNT plastic.
Yeah. I don't even remember what I was looking at when I stumbled upon their page. Let's go here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
I saw Isle of Misfit Toys commented on that too. It's very possible that they could be in their shop somewhere. I've noticed that they comment on all stuff that's in their shop.
I'm familiar with their Snailian toy. So that's how I know of them. Would be from, they're the maker of Snailians. So we've had Snailians on our show before, and these were a special drop for something. But yeah, gorgeous.
Are those resin or are those plastic?
Resin.
Okay. God, it's hard to tell what those are. Those are cool.
Yeah. Easter Island bunnies.
Easter Island. So yeah, good call, Dookie. Damn, that's a great picture right there.
They're literally called Easter Island bunnies. But yeah, I love these drip ones. And that UV is insane. Macaducky, man. Thanks for pointing that out, homie.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Glow City.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's a cool one.
That was a fire one, man. The glow on that's nuts. Okay.
Hey, you know who else real quick is going to be? I saw they're going to be at Decon, and might finally get a piece. Glowman Dan.
You know what? If you're gonna get a Glowman Dan piece, it probably will be at Decon. I'd hit there like day one, man. Put your running shoes on and fucking sprint.
That is a tough score, man. I don't know. I mean, I know why, because they're insane, but once they're out, dude, he's got a really good following as far as people that want his stuff. And once they're out, they are gone just as fast as they're out.
I know we, most of us in the chat here are big fans of Feral Foundry, but for those of you who are a big fan of Droid Foundry and find him near impossible to get, Feral Foundry is going to be doing another Droid Foundry collab coming up soon as well. If you haven't seen, there's a little alien in the spaceship on the Feral Foundry page. That's going to be part of the Feral Foundry Droid Foundry drop. I think we've covered basically everything tonight, dog.
I think you're right.
Uh-oh. Did you have a toy collapse?
No, it was just a Lab Monkey 9 head.
Oh.
Well, not off of a piece, but just off a little stand that was on.
Rolled away.
I've never showed this before, and you can't ask any questions about it, but since you brought them up, I just wanted to show you this real quick. That's it.
There's certain things I'm just happy to see where it lives. We've had that conversation before. I don't get green-eyed. I'll joke about getting green-eyed. And if somebody snipes something, I might be kind of like, oh, what? But I'm generally just always happy to see a good piece end up somewhere good.
Yeah. It's a good one, man. That was a tough score right there. That's probably the toughest one I've ever had. But anyways. So good show next week already, man. I already got so here's something that's crazy, dude. My shed quarters package came in already. Came in today, and it was crazy because for two reasons. Number one, he still doesn't have my package yet, or our package, I should say. And last time I talked to him, he said that he was like, man, I don't know what's up with the shipping. I don't know when you're going to get it. And then boom, it's here. And it got here quick. Low Tech Studios is another one that I got. And then Healy. We'll have another Healy to open next week too. So far.
You got some big scores.
Not bad. It's going to be slow going probably till Decon, which is fine.
Decon and Christmas is coming, man. I feel it.
Yeah.
Toy artists, dudes, I'm gonna put it out there because it seems like every year, right around like the middle of December, panic mode hits. If you're getting tight on funds, collectors are getting tight on funds. Start thinking about drops now. Start getting like releases ready now. Unfortunately, like you gotta think kind of like a mom shopping for Christmas. Start dropping what you need and keep pushing it. Even if you drop it and you haven't gotten much feedback on it yet, or it's not maybe moving, remind folks, post it. You know, bands go on tour for a year or 2 years pushing the same fucking album. Sometimes a drop just needs to be massaged a bit.
Yeah. Now, the compromise would be to get everybody in your family to ask for toys from the community for Christmas.
Yeah.
Which will never happen, but that would be very cool.
Just a wish list of screenshots of different indie toy makers.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Great show.
Right, dude.
Long show.
Beautiful
Oh, shit.
show. We basically
Wow.
piggybacked the fuck off of Lab Monkey number 9. So thank you for that. That was some solid 3-hour fodder for us. Everybody, we will see you next Thursday. To the J, it's always a pleasure, man. Vomiting droids, I fucking love you for popping in. I saw you about to do a fist bump.